Okay, we're streaming. And we're sharing.
I upped the fade out to 10 seconds, so you shouldn't need to.
Shut down anyway. Oh no.
What happened?
I just lost something that I needed.
What'd you lose?
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right. And we're walking. And we're walking.
Just don't think about how to walk in front of people, or you'll get confused.
Welcome, everybody, to episode number 202. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Where we still have technical difficulties.
We do. Yeah.
I had so much fun stuff set up on my computer, and it looks to me like
not signed in. I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're
too.
both. This is a mess. As soon as we try to start the show, after having a very serious conversation where it put us in
now we're all
in a bummer of a
annoyed.
move, in a bummer of a mood,
Who knows?
I realized that my computer didn't want to compute.
Yeah.
And when
Didn't wanna do the intro.
when a Windows computer doesn't want to do stuff, like it starts doing things very slowly, that means it needs an update, and you got to do that update, or it's just not going to work
7
properly.
times a week.
Yeah. It's literally, I have to do it at least once a month. I have to do an update to the computer to where if I don't do it, I can't use the computer. It's completely like, it's not that it's sluggish, it just won't do anything.
Yeah.
Like you'll click on something and it'll just freeze completely. And then you start to shut it down and then all of a sudden everything starts happening. So
Yeah, I start to get mad generally with my Mac when I have every Adobe program open, and it starts to slow down slightly. Like every program. I'm like rendering in Premiere.
Or when you're simply trying to
saving something in Photoshop. Or when you're watching a YouTube video in the background.
Or when you're trying to factory reset it and you need a wired mouse and they're not compatible anymore.
It's a wired keyboard. So that wasn't actually the problem.
Oh no. What
so
was
we
it?
have a 2011 MacBook or iMac. So like standard whatever iMac.
Uh-huh.
And Amy's had this computer for like 5 years or something like that. And we want to sell it because we have like the top of the line Mac or iMac that you could get probably in 2017. It's the same one you have. It's just a year newer.
Mine's actually kind of old.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty old. I would say it's like 2013, maybe 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you get it from Mac of all trades?
Yes, I did.
Oh, ours is a 2016 or 2017.
Actually, did I get Mac of all trades? No, I got a refurbished one from Mac.
From Mac, okay. Yeah, so ours is the same model. It's just like whatever it's when you go into Best Buy and you go, give us the best computer you have. that's the one that they give
from
you.
a year ago.
Yeah, okay. It's more like 2, maybe 3. Yeah, I think it's a 2016 or 2017. Doesn't matter. But the one she has is a 2011, and it still has a disk drive and all of that. None of the new ones do.
Uh-huh.
And we can't get it to factory reset so we could sell it. It's still worth like $300. Like, why wouldn't we? Because we're not doing anything with it. It just sits in a corner. But we cannot get it to factory reset. And she called Apple, and they said that a possibility is that there's something wrong with the keyboard. And when you hit Command R for the recovery mode, it's just not doing it. So the only other option is, I guess there's some sort of weird thing within the hard drive where it blocks off certain stuff for OS, and then that can get damaged.
I know shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything
about
it, but
Macs and how they work. I know a little bit about how a Windows machine works.
Apparently, the fix is to put a recovery, like an old recovery disk, like OS X Snow Leopard, which is from 2013 or something.
I don't even think this has a disk drive on it.
No,
I'm pretty positive.
No, it's the same one.
So
the same one that I have, but hers does. Hers does have a disk drive. So one of the fixes apparently is to download or buy one of the old OS X's, which you can get for like $20 from them, and it'll wipe everything and completely defrag the hard drive. And then you go online and upgrade to the newest operating system, and now you're all reset.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably just gonna be $20. But I had to bring the keyboard from work home to try and do that. So it was a good thing I had a Clopen last night. So no one would need to use that keyboard for 12 hours or whatever.
Clopen.
So, yeah.
It's
the Starbucks term.
I told
at least at Starbucks, it's not like Starbucks. When you'd have to Clopen at Starbucks, you'd leave at 10:45 and you have to be there at 4:45.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was bullshit.
Wow,
and
that is bullshit.
Also illegal.
Our Clopens aren't that bad.
No, you get 9.5 hours off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's really not bad.
Yeah,
but
I mean, if you do
one
one during the week, you have 11 hours off.
Yeah.
So that's really not that bad. It's very manageable.
When we first hired somebody, I won't say who, but I was just like, "Oh, you're doing a Clopen." She was like, "Oh God, it's got a name."
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
I got that from Starbucks. That's what they'd call it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that spread into Crafted Cup afterwards or if it's just an industry term. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well. In any case, I'm just trying to put
Well, in any case, I've had 3 hours and 15 minutes of sleep today because I cannot fall asleep before 3 a.m. I just can't do it.
I don't know what to do. I have no...
What to do about it?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to...
There's nothing to do
maybe
about
kill
it.
maybe fucking asphyxiate yourself till you pass out.
The thing to do about it... The thing to do about it would be the moment that I get out of work... to just start slamming hard liquor until I pass out, and then I might get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, but that's not that.
No, it's not a solution. I'm just saying that's the only thing that's going to get me to sleep. No, I think it's I was talking to Matthew about it. He's the same way. It's just the same way. He gets 3 hours of sleep a night.
Patane brain.
He gets 3 hours of sleep a night all week, and then he'll take a nap during the day, or he won't, and he'll just deal with it. I think it's just normal for some people, but then there's also screens. Screens really affect your circadian rhythm.
Oh yeah. No,
So-
I use a blue screen on my phone after a certain time of the day.
Well, you should be using a red
switches
screen.
over. Whatever. What?
Is that what you meant?
Well, a blue screen filter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the opposite of a blue screen. It's warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like
But
sepia.
you said a blue screen.
Oh no, yeah. I bombard myself.
Yeah, I bombard myself.
I do it the opposite.
With blue light.
It's like fighting a forest fire. I cause more fire. I start more
Yeah.
fires
Yeah,
to
it's-
snuff out. Yeah, I just bombard myself. I surround
Yeah.
I have like
So
a
I don't-
headset
I
that I
don't
put
really-
on.
I have that on my phone. I could turn it on, but I don't really use that on my phone. It's because I have to stay up. It's not the only reason. I've always had insomnia, so I'm not blaming Amy for this at all. But part of it is probably I have to stay up until she falls asleep, or she's never going to sleep because I snore.
Yeah.
So I watch TV, and I'll turn the TV off sometimes for an hour, hour and a half, and I'll just stare at the ceiling. So then it gets to the point where I might as well be watching TV, and then it just increases the cycle. And I was up till like 2:30 last night before I fell asleep.
I mean, I could do that, but once I go to sleep, I'm out. Like once I if I can stay up pretty much all friggin' night if I wanted to, and then just kind of like I'll pass out on the couch or whatever, because that's just what I like to do. I just like to stay up late and then find myself. I'm like wake up on the couch. I'm like, yeah, this is a successful evening, and then I go to bed. But if I'm not tired, if I'm like, I want to stay up at 10 o'clock, and I feel like staying up till 2 in the morning, if I just say half an hour from then went, nah, I'm just gonna go to bed and make it a good night's sleep, I'll go to bed and I will fall asleep.
Yeah,
Like
not me.
I have to like try to stay awake.
It's not how it works for me.
Yeah,
Not at all.
So
Never
it's
has been.
complete antithesis.
Yeah.
Aha.
I used to go days without sleeping. It's not that bad now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's a combination of a lot of things. And it's the majority of it is my fault. Like if I lost weight, I wouldn't snore. Or I wouldn't snore as much. I've always snored. I mean, you've known me when I was in my best shape ever, and I snored that whole time too. So Amy's 100 and something pounds and she snores.
It's just like I snore too. It just depends on how if I sleep on my back, I snore. If I just roll to my side, I'm fine.
Amy sounds like she's gonna die. She sleeps on her back.
Oh yeah, Brooke too. I've told the story, haven't I?
Yeah, when she was like stop
She
breathing.
just stops breathing,
Yeah.
and you're just like, "What you doing?" So, but anyway,
Amy will do this thing where she'll snore breathing in, and then it seems like she's trying to like suck in more, but can't, and then gives up and exhales. I have a video of it, but I'm not going to play it. She'll be very mad.
oh yeah, yeah, that would
We'll-
definitely end the
we'll
show.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it when she's here, because when she listens to this the day after tomorrow, she'll find out that I have a video on my phone from last night when she was snoring very badly. Because I feel like she should go for a sleep test because I think she needs surgery.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she doesn't have weight-related apnea, which I do, so she might have a deviated septum, which didn't work for your wife, right? Didn't she get
Not
surgery?
really.
Yeah.
But that's another story. I'm sure she doesn't want me to talk about it, but like there's something else in there. It's got nothing to do with her. It's got everything to do with her doctor.
No, I know exactly the story.
Yeah, and it was really
He's a real
fucking
douchebag.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that.
No, I'm just thinking of Dr. Dick, Tom Segura's doctor. He walks in.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
He's like, "Can I do anything for that?" What? Just look it up, people.
So yeah.
Do you have a spit cup over there?
Not what do I have? No, you have your Kraken
Yeah.
cup up there. You can use that. Why?
You can't drink this, but you need to put it in your mouth and then spit it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
So
what is this?
hang on.
Yeah, do the thing.
It's What Are You Drinking? Gatorade stuff off the box.
Oh, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So, yeah. For what are you drinking this week? What the fuck is this? Spiked still water?
Yeah, it's like
Pura Still, a hint of blackberry flavor, a premium malt beverage. Yeah, because you want premium, you don't want basic. Basic ass malt beverage. 4.5%. It's anything but flat. Hold on. Bubbles holding you back? Not anymore. With a refreshing splash of coconut water and a hint of fruit flavor. Refreshing? Totally. Still? Absolutely. Flat? Not a chance.
it's like somebody going,
Pure
you know
Still.
what's wrong with this seltzer? It has bubbles in it. No one's ever said that.
I want a bubble.
Just like, you know what I like? I like to open a seltzer and leave it open for 5 days at room temperature, then drink it.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah.
Not 5 days, but like overnight.
Yeah, you're just like, is this a glass of water or a glass of seltzer?
Yeah. Well, I'll just leave the can just sitting there. I'll go to bed. I'll get, drunk and then forget that it's there. I'll wake up the next morning. I'll take a sip and it's dead. It's flat. But you're like, fuck it. It's there.
Yeah.
Because it's just whatever. So that's what this tastes like?
That perfectly describes that.
Ooh, it smells terrible. It
Yeah.
smells like...
Like, I know that you shouldn't
It smells like,
do...
it
I know
smells
that
like
you shouldn't do this,
blackberry
but
ice cream.
I need you to just pour it in your mouth, swill it around, and then spit it out.
Ew, it just tastes like...
It tastes like flat, shitty seltzer.
It tastes like...
It tastes like if you had a house party and you woke up 11 hours later and you drank a spiked seltzer that had gone flat. It's fucking gross.
It tastes like Stewart's brand blackberry ice cream in water.
There's flavored water out there that doesn't taste terrible. How did they manage to make this taste like flat seltzer? It's bad.
But why?
I don't know.
Is that like what is the
bubbles bother my
is there a big like contingent of people who hate spiked seltzer because of the bubbles?
It just has just a horrible, horrible mouthfeel. Oh. Yeah. This gets 0 stars. This is one of the I can't say it's one of the worst things I've ever had, but what it embodies makes it a 0.
It just
I've had things that I find way grosser.
I'm glad you got it for the goof, but I'm just
Yeah.
I'm like angry at the money that people like invested in this.
And they're like yeah. I mean, and I thought for a minute that you're going to be able to drink it because it says it's made with coconut water, but it's made with coconut water for added refreshment. But it is a malt beverage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you didn't really want to swallow that sip, did you?
I mean, I did because I'm not a big like swish and spit kind of guy.
I needed you.
Even like when I was playing sports, when you're supposed to spit and fucking smell your fingers after you scratch your asshole, it just I don't know. So I used to play weird sports, but I never was like take a swig and spit kind of guy.
Yeah,
it's gross.
It's gross.
I also used to I used to drink a half Gatorade, half water. So I don't know.
No, but that makes sense. It's lower calorie.
Well, it's not that. It was just for salt.
Yeah. For the electrolytes.
Yeah.
We didn't have your mom's house to explain to us that there's more electrolytes in LA tap water than Gatorade. God, America.
But yeah,
it's like, you know what has electrolytes? Sugar. It does. It's true, but it's still bad for you.
Yeah. So what else? We actually do have other stuff here. I did want to point out that our guest from last week, Hudson Valley Hank, was gracious enough to leave. I mean, there's not much left of it.
But you drank more than that, right? You drank some at the party the other night.
Yeah. I brought it to the party, and I had a couple at the party. And
I was disappointed the next day that you didn't leave it.
Oh no, I took it because I knew it would be
That's
gone
a big
if I
party
didn't.
faux pas. You did not bring a bottle and then take it with you.
It was, but I wanted to make sure that we had it so that we could point out that Hudson Valley Hank didn't feel the need to take it.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah, because that would be a party faux pas.
But he could have.
Yeah.
I think, I feel like maybe not our generation, but I think that kind of thing, that party thing, is way different than what I remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember my mom throwing. Have we talked about this on the show?
We've talked about your mom's parties so many times.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
remember her throwing parties with fucking booze to have.
Yeah,
for
she
everyone.
would. Yeah,
And now-
providing it. Yeah, so
you don't do that anymore. No one's expected to do that.
I mean,
And if you do do that, you're like, holy shit.
At our age,
I'm afraid to drink
Like at
anything.
our age, sort of, but we don't really fall into the middle America type of demographic. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
You're not your mom at 35. You're probably not where she was financially, all that kind of stuff.
No.
Yeah. So it's different.
Shit.
It's very different now.
My parents were like
back then
10 years divorced. More than that.
Yeah, but
35.
But the thing is, at that point, you could buy a house for $75,000, and that in today's money was only $110,000.
Yeah.
So things were very different. Now, I mean, you could buy a pretty shitty house for $110,000.
It's gonna need a little bit of work.
Yeah, and it's gonna be in the middle of goddamn nowhere. So it's very different now. So back then, you made $400 a week. You were good. You're fucking smooth sailing. Now you make $400 a week. You pretty much work in a coffee shop. It's like
Yeah. Sorry, I'm fixing. I just realized I needed to fix something real quick. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Sure.
Here I am.
Okay, welcome. So, but back to that, the social faux pas.
I don't think it's social faux pas anymore.
It can be. It can be, but sometimes I have gone to parties and said, I'm not leaving this with you people. Like, I've done that. I've gone, like, you're not going to appreciate this. I'm taking it with me. Have a good night.
So wait,
Yeah.
announcing that you're taking. Wait,
Yes,
hold on.
but mostly
so
as
announcing that
a
you're
joke.
taking.
Yeah,
but
mostly as a
still.
joke, but still 100% true.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
So
I would go, you remember Raul. I would go, like, party with those guys, and I'd be like, Raul, I had 9 of my 12 beers. I'm leaving you 1, and I'm taking 2 because I feel like your roommates will drink them and not appreciate them. And he said, thank you, sir. And he understood what I was saying because it'd be like, what the fuck is this? Oh, this is gross, but I'm going to drink it anyway. What's all this flavor? So, but again, I would also go, Raul, and me being me at 3 a.m, Raul, I have drank 9 of my 12 beers. I'm leaving you with 1, and I'm taking the other 2 because I feel like no one here will appreciate them. And he goes, fair enough. But it's kind of like jokingly addressing the fact that it's kind of shitty that I would leave with 2 beers in my pockets. Like, that's kind of a weird thing to do.
I guess. Like, it really doesn't.
Most parties, it's like you go bring what you're going to drink, but also be generous and bring a couple extra.
See, that I would sooner do. Like,
Yeah.
I will do. Say, I'll bring, like I did at your place. I brought a bunch of bottles of stuff, and I brought a specific bottle for
just you.
I bought a bottle for you guys, and I bought a bottle for me, and da-da-da-da-da. If I would have... Did I finish it? No, I didn't finish it. I brought it home.
Which one?
My Zinfandel.
Oh, yeah?
But I knew you wouldn't drink that, though. I don't know if you guys like
Probably. I mean, if there was an open bottle of wine the next day, I might have.
Even if it was red?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, especially if I was worried about it going off or whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have. I do like red wine. It's just it's more for me. It's more about food pairing than just drinking. I can't drink on red wine. It just really upsets everything, my entire body. Like, my guts are fucked up for days.
I just hate
I
that
have
fucking
heartburn.
taste
I have a
in your
headache.
mouth the next day.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you get like really shit canned on
You feel
red
like you
wine,
got a 9-volt battery in your mouth.
oh, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
worst.
awful.
It makes hangovers even
Yeah.
worse because of that. I think it's
Yeah.
the worst hangovers I've ever
And
had are on
I
red wine.
really feel a lot more dehydrated.
Yeah.
I think it's not because it's as much of a diuretic. There's just not as much liquid. You know, if you drink beer, you're staying fairly hydrated the whole night. If you just drink like a bottle and a half of red wine, you're just pissing out more than you took in. Ugh. Yeah.
So, but anyway, speaking of stuff that people gave us, this is called Jameson Crested. It was what I'm drinking. It's triple distilled Irish whiskey from Dublin. A customer of ours who you made cranky and I smoothed over. And is now back to being our customer.
He's a perfectly fine person. I just don't like making cappuccinos.
Yeah.
That's just what it comes down to.
To be fair, he
came to a place that makes cappuccinos, so I'm the one who's the asshole. I am. It's just
no. I just like what was funny about it was he was annoyed that you didn't want to make a bunch of dry cappuccinos at 6:50 at night, right? 10 minutes before we're closing, because it takes a fucking bunch of time. See, it was funny because he was cranky about it, and then he's just like, "It's not that hard to make those, right?" I'm like, I said to him, "This is fucking verbatim. I'm not."
And then I'm hearing this for the first time. I didn't know about.
Oh,
this.
I didn't tell you about this part. Oh, I said
if you did, I was drunk. I don't
Oh
know.
no, this is what I told him. He's just like, it's not that hard to make them, right? It's not that hard. I'm like, actually, it is a real big pain in the ass to make that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh really? I'm like, yeah. You guys come in, your cappuccino order was a giant pain in the ass because it was like you take up all the
group heads.
You take up all the group heads and four to pitchers of milk.
So just
for 3 drinks.
Just to be perfectly clear, this was also a situation where
5 pitchers,
they were not the only people in at that point.
Yeah.
There was 3 to 5 drinks ahead of them, and then they came in, and somebody else was on bar. I don't think I was, and they were ordering for me, and I was like, I can't do 3 dry cappuccinos right now.
Yeah.
I was like, we're closing in 5 minutes. At this rate, just making drinks for you, we're going to be out of here 10 minutes late. Like, we're going to be closing 10 minutes late. And then, I see people walking in the door, and it's just, like, if somebody gets in the door before you close, you have to fucking help them out. You just have to. But they were making a habit of coming in 5 minutes before close and doing this. It was a couple times a week they were doing this. Something needed to be said to them. It's just like, if you want a dry cappuccino, you got to come in 15 minutes before we close because...
See, to me, I just whatever. It's
not even so much the individual drink. It's the snowball effect of now, we closed at 6 and now it's 6:20 and people are still walking through the door.
Yeah.
That's what would happen sometimes. That happens all the time during the summer. It's bright, sunny fucking day. People are walking around, a coffee shop. If you haven't locked the door, like sometimes I've gone, hang on, everybody, and I go and lock the door.
Yeah,
and I go,
yeah.
you can go out the other door after I make your drink.
I've
that
done
happens, and it's just people like they get very upset and offended. But the thing is, like, I have a life. I want to go home. And it's just like that 15 minutes that you're robbing me is like 15 minutes longer before I get to go home and take a shower and make dinner and fucking do shit.
But the look on his face, like he thought he gotcha a little bit, and I was like, nah, actually they're a real pain in the ass to make. Like no one likes to make them. And he was just like,
the situation.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, they suck.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you gotta make it.
You gotta make it. Yeah, but the thing, especially with the dry cappuccino, is we have a real coffee machine. It's a fully manual espresso machine. Well, it's not fully manual. It's
mostly.
Yeah, we're not pulling a big lever.
Yeah.
So the thing is, with that, you can't get as much foam out of the steam wand because you're doing it all by hand. It's not automatic.
Yeah, it's tricky.
So to make a dry cappuccino, you're also wasting a large
Ton
dry
of milk.
cappuccino. 6 ounces of milk is going down the drain. So I'm immediately annoyed that I have to waste something to make this. So that's what kind of set that into motion, combined with the fact, like, I want to get the fuck out of here. And I think everybody can understand that. Anybody who's ever worked retail, anybody who's ever been in anybody who's ever worked in a restaurant had somebody come in 5 minutes before close and order a goddamn medium well steak.
But the thing is, like, I always think about times where I've committed that sin basically. You know, I think about times where I've walked in right at the switch over from lunch to dinner and didn't realize. They still sat me. I could tell something was bothering everybody, and I couldn't fucking put my finger on it. And then I realized what they were doing, and then I apologized my ass off because I didn't realize.
Yeah.
But
well, it takes
there's
working
other
in the service industry
and I
to
know there's
notice
been other
those
times
things.
where I've done shit that's bothered that has been just a just bad form. But some people just don't realize.
Yeah.
However,
his situation, there was no way he would ever know until somebody told him.
Right.
So I'm not really mad at him. It was me and Julia was the whole thing. You know, and Julia knows him from Starbucks, and that's why he started coming. But then it was like he started making a habit of coming in 5 minutes before close every day.
With two other people who ordered
also. And one got decaf, two got skim. So it was just like you couldn't even it was just like this perfect storm that no one would know that it was a problem.
Oh, I remember the order.
Yeah.
His was a large skim cappuccino. Hers was a medium decaf, and the other one was a medium dry. So you had one.
And his skim was dry.
Oh yeah, he started. He started switching to dry. This is ridiculous for everybody
no
who's
one
listening.
cares.
This is completely fucking stupid. Sorry.
It's just a lot of foam.
So it's 1, 2. It was 5 pitchers of milk.
Yeah. So you'd basically pour out 12 to 16 ounces of milk. Just pour it down the drain. So it just that in and of itself is enough to set me in a mood.
But the story has a happy ending because he came in. Hey, I
he still hasn't apologized to me. He's been fine with me, and to be honest,
I smoothed him over, and he's
yeah.
been coming into open mic. You noticed?
Yep, I did. And the thing is, it's just he caught me at a day where I couldn't handle keeping that in.
Right.
I've got a fun story from yesterday.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Because
well,
but
I
anyway, I smoothed him
too.
over. He mentioned it the other.
You need to rub it in his face that you gave me some.
He
give me some.
He mentioned the other day, like a couple weeks ago, that he was going. He's Irish, so he's going back to Dublin to visit his mom for whatever. And
that's good.
He'd be there, and he just asked, and like that was earlier in the week. Open mic comes, and he's just like, "Hey, are you a whiskey guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mostly drink." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whiskey, bourbon. I'm not big on." He's just like, "What about whiskey?" I said bourbon and rye, and then he's like, "What about just whiskey, like Irish whiskey?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I started getting into Scotch, but I know that Irish whiskey can be a little peaty. I'm not a big fan of Jameson." But he goes, "Oh, well, the Jameson they serve here is different than the one they got over there. And I'm going to Dublin. I'll pick you up a bottle." I'm like, "Man, you don't have to do that." No, I'm like, stop. Yeah, I'm going to pick you up a bottle. I didn't put any. I said thank you, but I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
The other day, this motherfucker comes in. He drops off this bag.
Yeah,
so it's a bottle of.
mean,
this is like from you. You can't get this here as
but,
far as I can
But
tell.
I mean, if you, it's got to be at least a $30 bottle, right?
Oh well, I haven't looked it up because that's a.
You're not gonna be like Opie and fucking look it up on the show.
I mean, I'm gonna now. It's called Jameson Crested. It's celebrating the first drops bottled in Bow Street. So it's the original recipe and it's the original pot stilled recipe.
It has a fantastic smell.
So it's like I said, if you gave me just a glass of regular Jameson, I'll drink it. I'm not going to be happy with it because it's hard. It's a little rough. Irish whiskeys do have the peat that Scotch does, but this is this weird kind of gap.
Yeah,
that bridges them.
It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to start there before I say whatever I'm about to say.
Shockingly smooth.
Yeah, it's very smooth. It's very caramely
and strangely sweet.
It doesn't taste like a sour mash whiskey like you'd get from the U.S. at all. Is it an all grain? Does it say? I mean, corn's a grain, but you know what I mean.
It doesn't say.
Yeah. I would venture that there's no corn in this.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine.
I don't know. But yeah, it reminds me of Johnny Walker with no peat. Because that's always been like a Johnny Walker red, just way smoother with no peat flavor.
Brooke likes Johnny Walker Black. She's got no problem with that.
Yeah.
That's like a kind of like a go-to Scotch because if she's in the mood for a Scotch, that's a Scotch. That's like that's both barrels.
Yeah.
That's a hard Scotch.
Yeah.
But it's drinkable, much like Evan Williams or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better than that, of course, but this is just. It's got this peatiness to it, which. It's more
and being that half the bottle's gone for you, that means you like it.
Oh, I've been drinking. Well, I've been giving some to her
Yeah.
too because I know that she likes it. The word sherry came up in their description, and I have to say, more like a sherry cognac. It's a little chewy. It's got like it's more viscous than you'd expect.
I can see the cognac. It's got good legs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. I don't know much about Irish whiskey aside from fucking car bombs.
I don't really know much. It's just apparently it's their first recipe, and they're just doing it the traditional way.
They should
it's
continue
delicious.
to make this instead of regular cheese.
Well, yeah,
I mean, I would imagine the price point would be very, very high for the U.S. But
it's a 700. You notice
very, very good.
Not 750. But thanks to him, that was delish, and I keep drinking it, and it's gonna go real fast.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we go from talking how good old granddad was to this.
The funny thing is, they both have their merits.
Yeah, it's weird like that, right?
Comparing them to each other would be ridiculous, but. For what old granddad is, it's accomplishing that 1,000%.
Goddamn,
it's
right.
cheap and it's pretty good.
Yep.
So, I'm drinking PBR right now because this fucking alcohol water is gross.
Pure still.
Yeah. This is dog shit. You want to know how I'm gonna drink this? I'm gonna keep them cold. I'm gonna put them in my Soda Stream, and I'm gonna turn them into seltzer. Maybe I'll make a video. I'll make an Instagram video of me doing that later. Just pour 2 of them into the bottle and then carbonate it and see if it's any better. I bet you it'd be better because it just tastes wrong. It tastes like if you took a bottle of water and put 2 Gushers in it. Remember Gushers?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It smells like ice cream, which is a weird... It's not supposed to smell artificial.
Yeah. Oh, no. It smells like gummy worms. You remember the gummy worms that weren't clear?
Uh-huh.
It smells like those.
Oh, yeah, the fucking, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are multiple colors.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
Yeah, it smells like candy, tastes like dog shit. I can't. Oh, God.
We were talking about coffee before. Apparently there's a coffee war is possibly brewing on Route 9. This is an article I read.
Jesus.
Apparently Ready Coffee. Have you ever heard of that? I've never heard of this company before.
I thought we talked about it.
Mm-mm. We talked about Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. Dunkin' Donuts being the #1 coffee establishment in the Hudson Valley. Congratulations, guys.
The Ready Coffee thing is that basically you're going to go in there and you're not going to wait.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they don't have any tables. It's all counter service. It's supposed to be
getting a
coffee, get the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that all the employees are going to be really fucking...
Oh, yeah. They're going to be super happy.
Really be personable.
Yeah, they're going to love their job. They're going to love making $11.25 an hour.
And what from what I can tell from the sign, Ready Coffee's colors are fire engine red, sky blue, and white. So just picture those uniforms in your mind.
Okay. Where are they located?
So this is going in the Kohl's Plaza.
Okay.
In Warpingers.
Warpingers.
And right up the street from that is the Dunkin' Donuts
Mm-hmm.
in that plaza that everybody goes to, where we had a chance to pick up a middle-aged hooker that time. You remember?
I don't remember that.
We
no.
were there for that. Or it might have been somebody else. No, I think it was you.
I mean, if it wasn't me, you probably told me about it 20 years ago, but...
Maybe it wasn't you. No, it wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
It was the other one.
This sounds familiar, but...
Well, we were at Dunkin' Donuts,
Mhm.
and like we did back in the day, we would just go grab coffee at 10 o'clock at night, and 11 o'clock at night, grab a couple donuts when I didn't think donuts were a problem.
Do you think it was a problem back then?
I don't know.
Do you think it's just been, like, waiting?
I mean, like, looking back, I would always, like, it wasn't like shitting myself or having problems shitting myself, but I did, like,
Yeah, something came up there, didn't it?
yeah, I had little chunks.
God.
I need water. Can't put whiskey on that. Oh, this whiskey tastes like vomit. Anyway, yeah, so we're at this Dunkin' Donuts, and we go outside, and it used to be like cruise night almost.
Yeah.
All the local kids with their stupid fucking Hondas and whatnot would line up and just park there and just hang out. And then they'd bet each other and they go off and race.
Yeah. I mean, I used to race them too, but I didn't,
Yeah, they'd race that strip.
I didn't lose.
They'd race that strip there that we went down past what was the fucking place? Fun Zone.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, and
Fun Central.
fucking Foodway.
Yeah.
We used to buy beer underage.
Yeah. That's where that's where I got my first taste of Lakeport Canadian malt liquor.
Yeah.
Those are the days. That's when beer was beer.
Not to get too sidetracked.
Beer
but
was
then-
made by men.
Then when BJ's opened up and we figured out that if we had somebody pull down the hill at night, it would trip the light, so the light would turn red, and we'd just stop at a green light, and somebody would pull up and then down and turn the light red, and then they'd get a green light, they would go, and then you'd get like a 3, 2, 1 count, and you'd race past Mobile and Myers Corners Road. Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, it got nuts for a while, and then like people with like Vipers started showing up, and like it got fucking crazy.
BJ's was the big one. They used to. This one guy showed up with a crazy car, like Chevelles and shit. That's
there would be like hundreds of people there, and then it got to the point where people were. This was before Fast and the Furious came out. I know we're getting very sidetracked. We'll get back to your hooker
It was about
story.
the time.
Yeah. It was just before Fast and the Furious came out. So we weren't copying anything, but, I had a Mustang at the time, and, I knew a few people with pretty fast cars, and it got to the point where we had, like, groups of people with two-way radios organizing street racing on Route 9, and it would just, like, I had a CB.
I got one too,
Yeah.
because you got one.
Yeah, and your fucking Geo Prism.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I had a giant antenna for it, too.
Yeah. So, it got to the point where people would block off parts of Route 9 to have races.
Yeah.
And then we had this one spot on 52 over in, like, almost Lake Carmel area.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 52
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
way the fuck
And
out there, yeah.
people would scout up ahead to see if there were any cops or any cars, and like they'd radio ahead, and it got nuts. People were stopping traffic on 84 to drag race, and then it just all got busted up, and a bunch of people got arrested.
Yeah.
The guy in the Viper got arrested. That was really funny. So you're like, that guy, he's definitely the one that could have gotten away. It's a 1,000 horsepower car. So that was nuts. But so that was
before
really
blew up.
Car culture in 2002.
Oh yeah, it was buying a mid-90s Accord or Civic.
So you buy a mid-90s Civic for $5,000, and then you dump $10,000 into it. And you got a car that was almost as fast as a bone stock Fox body Mustang for $3,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really ridiculous.
Yeah, like, I got 225 the wheels, buddy. I was like, so my car has that from the factory, 1988.
We always I liked just sitting there and people watching, just to see if
Yeah,
fights
there was
would
like
break
that one guy
out.
at a
or, like,
Grand National that you would talk to.
yeah. There'd be people that come up with cool cars, but we were just sitting there. Nothing was going on. And then we're drinking our coffees. We're sitting out front, and this woman walks over to us. Like, she just doing that kind of, like, slow, like, what the fuck am I, like?
Sauntering.
Saunter. Yeah, saunter is the word. I'm like, she starts sauntering over.
It's
She's
like,
smoking.
Hey, boys.
Nah, it was
No?
weird. Like, we're just sitting there, and I cracked a joke, or he cracked a joke. I think it was John, actually. John cracked a joke, and we hear her snicker. And I kind of, like, looked at him. He looked at me like, fucking...
We got a shot here.
We're laughing at our jokes. What's up? And she gets a little closer, and then she's like, how's it going? Like, oh, good. How you doing? Good, blah, blah, blah. Just hanging out. And then, like, we're starting to get creeped out because we're fucking dumb teenagers. I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, this older lady. I wish she wasn't so old. And then we were like, all right, let's leave this old lady behind. And she wasn't that old. She probably was like 40. But
I was expecting you to say like 32, 33.
she was like, 23.
You guys were probably like 18 at the time, right?
Yeah, somewhere in there, 17, 18. And we walk away, and as we're leaving, John goes, fuck. I'm like, what? She was a hooker. She had to be a hooker. I'm like, no. And we look back, and she's still just like hanging out. She didn't have any coffee or nothing. She's just hanging out. And we get a better look at her, and yeah, she's wearing not hooker clothes, but
not hooker clothes.
Not hooker clothes. Clothes that could be construed as hookerish.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first and only run-in with a hooker that I know of. I'm not even that sure. So that was
I would say that you're probably wrong. That you probably met a hooker.
An 85%. It was my 65% chance that I met a hooker once. So that's my hooker story.
Right.
It was a long walk to get there.
I feel like
when we got there,
I feel like there were a lot of assumptions made.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
she
possible.
Was I don't know. Maybe she's just lonely. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, that seems more likely.
Yeah, but we didn't get that far because we got scared. Because the lady was talking
like,
to
I
us,
don't
a
have
stranger.
any money and I'm a child.
Yeah, stranger danger, and I ran. And I found an adult immediately. Can I tell you something? This fucking Cousins Aleworks T-shirt is so soft and amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
And this is by no means like just, trying to
No,
hawk
whoever they
this.
use, I think it's the same people that
The Womb of Nations
Womb of
one was
Nations
nice.
shirt, it's really nice.
Yeah, but the Cousins Aleworks one wins, in my opinion. All right.
I do feel like I'm slightly allergic to the new Dead Radio shirts, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wore one yesterday. I was very itchy.
Oh.
Yeah, it started with my nipple, just my left nipple, and then the rest of me became itchy.
You want to talk about nipples?
No.
Let's talk about nipples. I have this. Oh, and real quick, there is a Starbucks coming to Wappingers also.
I thought you were going to say the Galleria Crystal Run.
Komodo Asian Bistro, right near
You
where
missed
Badass
the
Coffee
joke.
was.
You missed the joke.
I guess I did. I still don't know what it meant.
There's going to be another Craftsy cup.
Oh, Christ. That's right, I forgot. So, hang on. You're going to look at my nipples. So, I mean, you can't see it now. I mean, you have to get really close.
You have the nipples of a much fatter person.
What do you mean?
They're just flat. Like, normally that's for overweight people like me and Hudson Valley Hank.
What do you mean? Oh, like a flat chest?
No, flat nipples.
I don't have flat nipples.
They're just flat. I'm just saying. You have the nipples of a fat man.
All right. See, now that it's like perking up a little bit. Here, I don't know if that'll help. You see, this one's got like a white, like, head on it compared to this one.
Are you fucking...
I'm serious. Look.
Are you lactating?
No, it
Just
looks like
mildly
it almost
lactating?
looks like a pimple. But I've tried to squeeze it and nothing
You
happened.
tried to squeeze it?
I was like, all right, let me see.
I do see what you're talking about.
You do,
Yeah,
right?
It's there.
And
I
there'll
mean,
be-
you should keep trying to squeeze it until something happens.
There'll be times where this one's hard and this one's not.
All right. Maybe you're lactating.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
I
wanted
mean,
to know if
been
it's
proven,
an issue.
Like the weed smoking has been proven a myth. So
What?
weed smoking does not cause breasts or lactating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's
So
completely fake.
load off my mind. But it's just like I don't know. And you know what? I haven't WebMD'd it because you know what that's going to be. I have a white lump on my nipple. You have cancer.
You have nippular corpusculation, which is 100% terminal.
Well, I mean, like let me
I'm
see.
gonna write it
White.
down. I made it up. Don't type in nippular corpusculation.
Nippular corpusculation.
So it's PUSCHIALATION.
Sure. Strangely enough, it doesn't pop up on anything.
That's weird.
White nipple.
I mean, what about pimply nipple?
White spots on nipple, blocked ducts, and 5 other causes from Healthline.
All for women.
Oh wait, like male.
Pus-filled nipple.
White spot on center of nipple.
Teat.
Pregnancy and breastfeeding frequently cause white spots on the nipples. I haven't been breastfeeding.
No. I mean, that's weird, but okay.
White spots on nipples. Male breast cancer. Uh-oh. That's not good. What the fuck is this? Milk drainage. Oh, that's for women. That's not for me. Blocked pore or duct.
It's
Pressure
probably
on
something
the breast,
like that. It's
pregnancy.
no, hang on. It's probably
thrush.
something like that, like a blocked pore. It's like a pimple.
Oh, I don't know if I want to pop it though. That's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it'd be traumatizing.
I have a spot on the end of my right
Although
nipple.
it would, it'd be
Here we go.
traumatizing, but I bet you would feel really good.
Here it is. It's from Just Answer Medical.
Mm-hmm.
I have a spot on the end of my right nipple. What a coincidence. I think I have a wet spot on the end of my. I think it's just an everyday spot, but it's been there for about 2 weeks. At least when I noticed the spots, it was just a spot. What the fuck is all this? Any pain? No. Does material come out when you squeeze the nipple? I have once or twice tried to squeeze the spot, but then thought better of trying to burst the spot. So no, there seems to be no leakage of material coming out from the spot that's bearing in mind. Jesus, did this guy like film me and then just...
It's the same exact
It's
thing.
more or less, yeah. Well, the most common cause of having a whitish spot on your nipple could be a plugged duct.
Yeah.
Even though men do not lactate usually, the nipple still has glands which can get clogged with material. Sometimes it can get inflamed. It hasn't been inflamed, but the material sebaceous has a whitish color.
Sebaceous?
Sebaceous? Sebacious?
Yeah.
What's sebaceous?
Sebaceous, like below.
Ah.
Yeah. Like sebaceous material would be below something. So below your nipple.
Your
tip.
nipple, yeah, your nipple skin. Apply warm compress to get it to drain. And we could do that on the break.
Sure.
Keep an eye on it. If it gets large, red, or painful, go to the doctor. Huh. All right.
All right.
So according to the internet, I got a blocked duct.
Yeah.
Kind of like my nut.
Sebaceous blocked nipple.
I just have like blocked stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's from all the repression.
Yeah, it's all the anger and rage I hold in.
Just trying not to think about dicks all day. Just keeps the oils under the stick.
I was talking about anxiety.
Yeah. Well, you have
You're talking
anxiety.
about homosexual
about
thoughts.
Trying to pretend there's something you're not. Causes acne and blocked ducts.
Yeah. Holy shit. Man, we've been going for 52 minutes.
Sure.
What do you want to do? Do you want to take a break, or do you want to keep
I
going?
want to take a break. I have to pee.
Oh, okay. So let's take a quick break, and then we'll get back to the controversy at the
Yeah.
end.
Apparently, we have to apologize.
I know. It's ugly. It's really ugly. Hold on.
We said it was a bad idea, too.
Yeah, we said it, and...
Then we're like, nah, it'll be fine.
But, yeah, so we're going to listen to some music as soon as I do this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Logan Callahan again. All right. So we'll be back in just a few. We're gonna drain the lizards and come back and talk about something that should have been blown up. I wish it made us a lot more famous, but it didn't. But we'll get into it.
Got no spine, no future, no brain. I don't
Hey, this is Diego.
This is Taka.
This is Rick.
This is Mike from Hudson Valley Tattoo Company, and you're listening to Dead Radio Podcast.
Only took 25 minutes.
No, it took him 25 minutes.
All right.
I'm again fighting with Facebook.
I'm again fighting with my fucking headphones.
I do feel like I need to point out. Put the glasses back on just really quick while I make this point.
Okay.
Do you realize the technology that goes into those fucking sunglasses?
Oh, yeah.
LEDs, tiny little batteries.
Yeah,
what it
took
did not come out until 2008.
Yep.
Like
LED,
the ability
like-
to make that for less than $1,000 a pair did not exist until Obama was president. It just did not.
That's
Sorry, 1980s party, but you have failed. So I'm trying to share the show, but I don't have the ability to do it because I click share, and then it's not allowing me to include the post. So I paste the post, and then I have no ability to share because I can't get to the share button because Facebook won't allow me to get rid of the keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like
Good
you
job,
should get yourself
Facebook.
an Android phone because I got no problems.
Yeah. Well. Ooh, it worked.
Hey,
it worked for no.
guys.
I did nothing different.
All
I
right.
did nothing different. It just started working.
Shout out to Facebook.
Maybe they're listening. No, we're on a delay. That's impossible.
So, yeah, I'm wearing some little swag I got from the 80s dance party at the Crafted Cup this past Saturday night that I was at. And, yeah, that's it.
That is
like
all.
nothing eventful happened, and even if it
There
did
is
happen,
still
I can't really
glitter
say much.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know. I guess there was like throwing glitter or something or other all over the place. That was after I left, apparently. So.
Glad I didn't go.
But I got these awesome sunglasses that we're talking about. They're not
They're not
sunglasses. They're
sunglasses.
definitely not. They're actually
They're
anti-sunglasses.
fashion glasses.
They're reverse sunglasses.
Yeah.
They cast light instead of block it. So
I do feel like you could use those for a Halloween costume at some point. Then.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I could do some like this would be good for like a Revenge of the Nerds kind of
Yeah.
thing. But
I would love for you to
here's
do
the other fun
Oh,
shit.
you want to know what I
Watch
want
this.
you to do?
All right.
I want you to do a character from Running Man. The guy that sings the fucking opera.
Do you watch Future Man?
No, I want
Season
to,
3?
No, I'm going to. I haven't
Season
just haven't
3?
watched it. Yeah.
Is going to be Running Man.
Yeah?
It looks amazing. I love that show
Yeah.
with every fiber of
I
my
just
being.
haven't watched
I love it. It's so
I
funny.
haven't gotten around to it.
Anyway.
But I could just see you being like the what the fuck was his name? The opera singer guy with all the lights all over him?
Wasn't it like Electro or Volta? Hold on.
Something like that.
Hold on.
But he was like an effeminate dude singing opera with the fucking lights all
Running
over him.
Man. What were they called?
Just type in Running Man guy with lights.
Light guy. Running Man. Bad guys. That's what I'm writing. Bad guys. Who we got here? Oh, here we go. Buzzsaw. Sub-Zero. Hold on. Where the fuck are they? Buzzsaw. Captain Freedom. Fireball. Dynamo. Dynamo
was
was him.
Dynamo.
Yeah, it was Dynamo. Professor Sub-Zero. Oh, they had to put Professor in there. That's like Captain Deadpool. That doesn't work at all. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Jim Brown is Fireball. Oh, what a great movie. Jesse Ventura as Captain Freedom.
I didn't take 4 years of evil medical school to be called Mr. Evil. Is Professor what?
Professor Sub-Zero. Oh, and it's funny because the acting credit is Professor Toru Tanaka.
Okay.
Oh my God. All right, you ready for this?
Sure.
Charles Kalani Jr. was an American professional wrestler, professional boxer, college football, martial artist, and was also known in fighting rings as Professor Toru Tanaka or simply Professor Tanaka. So his actor name is Professor Tanaka, but his real name is Charles Kalani, and he is not, in fact, a doctor.
He's not, in fact.
But that's Sub-Zero. We're talking about Dynamo.
Yeah.
And who has played
Earl Van Linth.
Yeah, Erland Van Lith.
Van Linth.
Dutch-born American actor who masterfully played Dynamo in The Running Man, 1987. Godspeed to him.
Yeah, that'd be a great costume because nobody would fucking get it at all.
Wait a minute here. Hold on. Oh, my God. Listen to this.
What?
The guy who played Dynamo, I'm not saying his name again, died of heart failure in September 1987 at the age of 34, a few months after finishing work on The Running Man.
This is
Wow.
Final film.
What a bummer of an episode.
Dynamo thought it was pretty funny out there in the zone. What's the matter now, bitch? Why aren't you laughing? And then Amber Mendez says, because there's nothing funny about a dickless moron with a battery up his ass.
I'm not really sure. That's in the movie?
Yeah, that's a quote on Wikipedia.
I don't remember.
I
remember that quote.
Dialogue in The Running Man, not so much.
But I hope you leave enough room for my face because I'm going to ram it into your stomach. That is by far my favorite.
Oh man!
All right, so
I don't have any Arnold quotes on my soundboard anymore.
I'm looking at this. We were trying to dig into this pure Stil. I keep saying Stil because that's what they say it in. That's how they say it in Germany. So they say Stillwasser, which means still water.
Okay.
But every time I see it now, I just say Stil in my head.
Yeah.
For no reason. Other than it just stuck and now it's fucked up. Oh, yeah. They are very German, aren't they? Well, check this out. So I can go fast.
Would you like to party?
Und ja, everybody on the dance floor. Hold on. Let me find the button. Boom.
That's better.
Now
That's much
they're
better.
slow and then full on.
If you could leave them just on, I could deal with that way better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm checking out this. It says Pura Soda, and I'm not seeing anything about.
It's not soda if it's not carbonated.
But no, they do make soda.
This is horseshit. This stuff is
Here, give me that. Give me that again, because I don't get this. I don't get it.
They're out of Rochester, New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe
Pura-
New Yorkers came up with this dumb shit.
PuraStillBeverage.com.
PuraStillBeverage.com. Yes, I am 21 years of age. Mandarin, orange, mango, and blackberry. Deep. Is there anything else
you just
that?
Did that.
What?
You just did the
Deep. That's my thinking. Wow, that's weird. I never noticed that.
You did that like deadpan.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose or anything.
What is that song?
No More I Love Yous by Annie Lennox. Hold on, is it No
He
More?
constantly fucking does this and it annoys everyone around him. He'll do it, and then Brooke from 3 rooms away goes, "Really?"
Yeah. Oh. It got to the point where I have people at work like doing the callback.
Yeah,
you know.
I can't do the falsetto. Can't do it.
I used to be a lunatic. I don't know the rest of it. From the gracious days I feel used to. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna go through it. No more I love you. I do like Annie Lennox, but I prefer to make fun of her the way she sings better.
I prefer your singing to hers.
But here's the thing. I want you to look at the still shot of the video.
Jesus Christ. It looks like a dark version of Alice in Wonderland.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Is the video, if I remember correctly. But her face, why
Can
they
we
picked
just-
that still frame?
Well, I don't know.
What do you
Can
want?
Can you mute it and just play it for a minute just so we could see? This is super sidetracked, but I gotta watch commercials. We should get an ad blocker.
We really should.
As YouTubers, we shouldn't, but as people who are trying to do a fucking show.
Yeah. People who are watching YouTube videos, they shouldn't get ad blockers. They should watch all of them in their entirety. Let's see here.
So there's
So they're walking through this bar here. Looks old. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this part. I forgot about this. Hold on. So there's a very lovely ballerina dancing in the middle of this in this dive bar pub, and it's a guy with a beard. Really good makeup, though. This is all obviously men dressed as ballerinas dancing through this bar. I know this is riveting stuff, but this is like
super boring.
I've been down this rabbit hole before where I've watched this video and then you're like, oh, I don't feel good. I feel strange. Here she is.
Yeah. And this is that song.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't play. I mean, you play like a half a second.
Yeah, hold on. I got to get to the fucking thing here now. Oh, my God.
And so restless nights.
Yeah, the doobie doobie doop doop doop.
Yeah,
everyone knows the song, but
I do it all the time.
But no one would ever listen to it, like wanting to listen to it.
It never played at the shop. It's never like just one day I could not get it out of my head, so all I was doing was just doing that one part, and then I looked up the lyrics, and I used to be a lunatic was the only thing that stuck.
Well, that was.
I used to be a lunatic.
Yeah, well, it's not a good song, and that was a really weird video.
Well, everybody should watch it though.
Sure.
Are we gonna? Where are we? Yeah, we should do
We're
this.
gonna apologize for our actions.
We should do this. Yeah. So last week, I'm gonna take the glasses off. This is very serious.
I'm gonna open another beer before we get started.
So last week we had Hudson Valley Hank on the show, who we absolutely is our newest favorite person, let alone YouTuber. He's great.
I seriously had people text messaging me like, "Holy shit, Hudson Valley Hank is coming on the show." Multiple people. I'm like, I didn't even know you listened to the show. Yeah. Well, I mean, specifically, Tanner was here when he found out, and he knew who he was, so he has been listening to the show, I must begrudgingly admit. But also, Amber was like, oh, my God, like through text message, and she was very excited.
Oh,
so,
that's great.
Yeah, there's a few people who are fans of the show and are now fans of Hudson Valley Hank because of how excited we are about Hudson Valley Hank.
You're welcome, Hank.
And now we're about to ruin all of it.
Now we have to collaborate with him. But it's quite a bummer because, double-edged sword. You have someone of Hank's caliber come on the show, and then bad shit happens. People misspeak.
You want to be edgy.
You want to be edgy. You go for a joke and
you drink half a bottle of Old Granddad.
You start saying funny shit.
Yeah.
So we caught a little flack, a little bit, nothing major, but enough to give us pause.
Yeah, we weren't banned from anything, but we were called out.
There's been
we were
concern
called out on
about the title, specifically the title
of last
week's episode number 201. Asians don't use soap. And apparently,
I mean, you can't really argue with that.
You can't. My problem is out of context,
but we did it because it was out of context,
and that's why it's so funny.
But also more offensive.
Yeah, even if they don't use any soap, you shouldn't bring it to light.
Stop making jokes.
I don't want to dig a deeper grave, do I?
No. I mean, we're not anywhere to the point where we have to worry about being deplatformed or really offending a large body of people.
But it probably would help if we did some sort of an apology.
Just play the corrections and omissions bumper. It's the closest we have.
Well, no, I do have. I did prepare something.
Oh, you did?
This.
Okay.
Yeah, because I kknow it was happening, so I just wanted to. So I created a little thing here. So It's like a press conference. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Turn it down a little bit. This is me doing the.
Okay.
So this is me in front of.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to like.
Oh, you're setting.
This
setting
is the
a
theater of the
theme.
mind. So I have to like, if we're gonna do an apology, it has to
I thought
seem
it was like
a real
produced thing. That's why I wasn't talking.
Oh, I got. Okay, no. This is like, this is what it would be like.
You're just playing camera shutter noises.
There's some like, if you listen closely, there's some milling around in the background. Yeah. See.
Yeah, I like it. It's vintage. You can hear like film rewinding. There it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. But I thought it was like a produced thing that I needed to be quiet.
No.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
gonna do that, but then things.
Then you shut down your computer
Then
and you
things.
lost everything.
Yeah. But,
all right, so
yeah,
I'm
so-
prepared to hear your apology. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because you're the one that said it.
Well, first of all, good evening, and thank you for joining me. Many of you are my friends. Many of you in this room know me.
I almost want to ask you to start over so I can tape this.
Okay, you can. It's not for the sake of.
Oh, but I won't have the audio. Just continue. It'll be fine.
Should I start over?
Yeah, I think
All
we
right.
should start over.
Good evening, and thank you for joining me. Many of you in this room are my friends. Many of you in this room know me. Many of you have cheered for me, or you've worked with me, or you've supported me. And now every one of you has good reason to be critical of me. And I want to say to each of you simply and directly, I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior. I know people want to find out how I could be so selfish and so foolish. People want to know that how I could have done these things to my co-host Adam, to our legion of 12 fans, and to our sponsor, the Crafted Cup at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, New York. And while I've always tried to be a private person, there are some things I want to say. Adam and I have started the process of discussing the damage caused by my behavior. As Adam has pointed out to me, my real apology to him will not come in the form of words. It will come in the form of my behavior over time. We have a lot to discuss, however, and what we say to each other will remain between the two of us. As I move forward, I will continue to receive help because I've learned that that's how people really do change. In therapy, I've learned the importance of looking at my spiritual life and keeping in balance with my professional life. Finally, there are many people in this room, and there are many people at home who believe me, who believe in me. And today I want to ask for your help. I ask you to find room in your heart to one day believe in me again. Thank you, and hail Satan. And that's how I would do my apology.
If you were serious about apologizing.
That was a serious apology.
Yeah, from another person. If you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have noticed.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed. I would have been confused. All right. So,
well, inside base.
I mean, in any case, we're not pulling the previous episode or changing the title. It was a joke. If you're offended,
it's fine.
Great.
That's the
you
point.
Probably should be. That was the point. So, just I want to go on the record of saying that neither one of us are racist. We're just funny.
And I want to go on the record as to say that you can insert Tiger Woods' apology speech into any apology speech, and it works out just fine.
Yeah, you just need a partner.
He said all the right things,
Yeah.
and that is only about a paragraph.
Yeah.
2 paragraphs worth of what he actually wrote, which was
and Ryan didn't
ridiculous.
Ryan didn't even fuck a whole bunch of women, including like a not good-looking waitress, apparently, because that was the whole news story, which was ridiculous.
I was gonna leave all the sex stuff in there.
Yeah, you should have.
But I just got. Well, no, I had it all,
But it was
Put my computer.
you shut your
Yeah.
computer down.
It was kind of a bummer.
I don't want to get sidetracked, but it was weird to me that everyone's fixated on like, but she wasn't that pretty. Obviously, he has a fucking problem. You know, that wasn't the issue.
Well, that's how you know he's
Yeah.
got a problem.
That she wasn't pretty. How do you think she feels about that?
Probably
It's
pretty.
like, oh, he hit rock bottom.
I think she needs to fix her face. That's what the problem
Oh
is.
my God, you're making it worse. There was funny in there, then yeah. All right. So despite insulting an entire race of people, pretty much 35% of the world population, Ryan is very sorry, and we're moving on.
It's fine.
Yeah. But again,
I actually like.
not only do we believe in free speech, but we believe in embracing our past and our past mistakes.
And the devil.
And the devil. Yeah, I mean, obviously. So
Next.
we will not be changing the title of last week's episode. We won't be taking it down. But if you're offended, we understand. In all seriousness, it was a drunken decision that we also said, we're going to get in trouble for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just leave that up there. And if you got a problem with it, I completely understand.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But you know, we said what we said in jest.
And as far as I know,
Yeah.
Asians do use soap. As far as I know,
I
do your own research.
I haven't showered with any.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
So,
I haven't seen one
yeah.
use soap. This is getting really. This is making it worse.
It's so much worse. You even said in the last episode, like, my cousin married an Asian. This is bad. I mean, you could like ask him if she uses soap just to.
That's why I find it so. That's
Does
why
he know about this controversy?
No, he doesn't.
Will you tell him about it?
Oh, I'll tell him about it now.
Will he pull our rights to use his music on the show? Even though we haven't used it in a while.
Really funny.
Yeah.
My thing is like saying shit like that. I know it's fucking horrible, but like the reaction of people who actually like, what's funny about it to me is the people that
we know that are listening to the show that are like spitting a beer up their nose.
Yeah.
While listening.
I actually had a response to this. Like, if this turned into a thing,
Yeah.
my response would be, "You guys actually think that I believe that Asians don't use soap? That's what you're getting
are you really
at."
that small fucking minded? It's I have to reset. It's obviously a joke. It's obviously a joke, but I understand.
Mike just joined us. And he
Hi,
has no-
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
You might want to
just-
back
you
up
just-
a little bit.
You just
for
walked
some
into us
context.
pretending that we're famous enough to be caught in a racist debacle.
Yeah, a
on YouTube.
racism scandal.
Which we're not. We're just not.
No. If
Not
anything,
enough people
torpedo.
are listening.
If anything torpedoes the
But-
show, it's going to be us.
Yeah, well,
Wait a minute.
yeah, that would do it. So it's just we get the criticism. It wasn't even criticism.
I should rephrase that. It's our laziness that torpedoes this show.
Yes. Yeah. It's not even. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, that was my
It
fault.
wasn't even. No, it's fine. It wasn't even criticism. It wasn't. It was just like, hey guys. So I get that. I get it completely. And
sorry.
Anybody who listened to the whole episode would know that it was a complete and total joke. And it was a funny joke. It was a very funny joke. But it was a racial joke, not racist.
I don't know. Some people.
Taken out of well, some people might consider it a racist joke.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. But
all
you can
I'm saying
you
is
can take 60% of stand-up comedy.
I didn't want this
is
to turn into
racist.
actual like fucking discsion.
Oh,
I
of
was
course.
Just, like, I'm just
no
like,
one
fucking around.
did. No one did. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, we get why it can be weird for some people, and we get why some people might not want to associate with that kind of behavior. And
I've
get
noticed that the apology
Yeah.
tour thing has slowed down.
And I'm not going to do that.
Or
I'm
is
not-
that like a is that now people are more aware that they don't say ridiculous shit, so they're not apologizing as often? Or What
so
happened?
the apology tour thing, you're talking about it kind of going downhill?
Meaning, like, when I was listening to O&A when they were still together a while
Oh,
ago,
that's...
years and
yeah.
years and, like, I'm talking probably like 4 or 5 years ago. They were trying to make it 1 week without somebody apologizing, and they couldn't make
Yeah,
it 2
and
days.
You can't.
Without
You
doing
can't,
somebody doing
and-
some sort of public
Oh,
apology.
you can't. You can't at all. And so for this, like, I'm not apologizing for it.
No, we're just explaining.
Yeah.
We're just making a joke about the whole fucking
We're conflating this like so much because we're not famous. But the
We're
thing is,
spinning a web of trolling.
yeah. The thing is with this
That we don't
situation,
even know
it's-
where
it's
we
like,
are in it.
We knew what we were doing with that. We did.
Mm-hmm.
We knew what we were doing with that. Taken out of context, it seemed racist. Within the show, it was funny, but it was a racial joke. And I get that. Some people might not. I don't really care if they don't listen to the show, if they don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't at all. Because they don't get the show, they don't get the humor, and also they're kind of a cunt. So that's fine. Doesn't matter. That's we're obviously not playing to a national demographic. But shit like that can go viral almost immediately.
I know.
It can happen.
And it didn't. God damn it.
I mean, it might. Who knows?
And then I'd have to, honestly, like, for people who...
It might go viral in 6 years. Then we have to be like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm
I just hope, like, when we're doing this show, way down the line, like, let's hope, fingers crossed, anywhere from 50 to 100 episodes from now, where it's enough episodes ahead of this show and the one before, where people kind of, it gets lost in the mix of
Yeah.
our stuff.
Yeah, that's the
and
whole
then especially this episode, and then we actually get into trouble for something, and then we actually get into trouble for something, and then I do the fucking speech again.
Yeah.
I just cut that because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do it straight-faced. I'm going to use the fucking press conference sounder.
Yeah, of course.
But that is where the real money is going to be, at least for me.
That's the thing.
Because
It's
that's what
just-
makes shit funny. Running gags and
it's,
like just
it's the opposite of and I do not want to conflate this with certain other people. But if you're fucking famous already and you've got a show where you're getting paid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year,
Like
and
us.
then you say something, yeah, exactly like us, tens of dollars a month, where you say something fucking insane, and then people go like, why would you say that? And you're like, well, why wouldn't I say it? And they're like, because you're going to lose your job. And you're like, oh, fuck. We're not in that position. Like, we said some stupid shit last week, which was really funny. Really funny.
What'd you think of it? Adam number
What'd you
2,
think
who's
about the
just
racial
joining us in
comments?
the studio.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
We should have a
I'm
documentary.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole here, but
Uh-huh.
I haven't caught up to. I started last week's,
Okay.
But you saw the title of the episode. Yes?
which was
Asians don't use soap.
no, I didn't.
Yeah, that's the title
Yeah,
of
the
the
title of
episode.
the episode is Asians Don't Use Soap.
We talked 3 hours about Asians and how they don't use
but
soap.
we didn't. We didn't talk about that at all.
No.
We talked about soap, and then Ryan made a racist comment.
So that's why you don't have a guest this week.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
So,
not.
no,
that's,
it's
crackling
I just said, like I didn't know what the fuck. No.
No, we had a little backlash about it.
No,
so
it's-
we're addressing it now. But it,
So that's not. And
Yeah.
I just go, no. I'm already now. I'm like, I'm staring at what you got. How is it that we call you a couple, like, what?
Several hours ago.
Several hours ago, and then you're like, oh, I got stuff to do. I might show up later, but you still show up with stuff to drink.
because he has a like normal people have a pantry full of food. He has a pantry full of Northeast beers.
And by pantry, I mean my kitchen floor.
Yeah.
And the porch. This was chilling out on the porch.
Chilling, just chilling,
Just chilling.
like a villain.
No, not like a villain.
Have you tried the Pura Still?
Yeah, try this.
Yeah, drink that. That's really good. That's going to make sure your taste buds are nice and equalized.
It's alcoholic water.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
This one?
Yeah.
It's fucking gross, right? It tastes like a hard seltzer that has gone fucking...
That's someone like this, too.
Yeah.
And left sitting outside.
Yeah, so people
You
sell
need a
that.
glass?
That is made in the beautiful state of New York. In the not so beautiful city of Rochester. Actually, it's not. I've never been to Rochester. See, I can't
nice.
help it but talk shit. I apologize for making fun of the city of Rochester and the city of Weedsport for an extended amount of time.
We never made fun of Weedsport.
I know. All we did was marvel at the all we did was marvel at the sense of community that they have up there.
You haven't. Well,
I have to
the
work
last
on my
time that
soundboard.
the last time that
You don't have
played,
that? I got it.
Oh, I have it on my computer. It's just not on my current.
Oh.
What's going on in Weedsboro?
Because every time you play that bumper, my eardrums borderline explode.
Oh, I went full bore.
It was my favorite. It's
I was
my
like,
favorite.
I want to
one.
make sure this is as
this.
loud as
See?
possible.
Yeah.
What
It's
is going on in
approachable.
Weedsport?
Tastes like
Haven't
vinyl
looked in a while.
sounds.
Well, that's stupid.
I know.
Yeah.
So what'd you
What-
bring us?
Yeah.
For
I brought-
what are you drinking? Part 2.
We're already fading it out.
What are you drinking?
We've already done it.
I love that I'm part of every episode now.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a big influence on
Big,
the show.
yeah, exactly. This is Breakside out of Portland, Oregon. It's their IPA. Splendorous
It's-
Northwest hops taste like vinyl sounds. That's what it says on the
It's
front.
just, I would say it's just good.
Yeah.
There's
It's not
nothing crazy
spectacular.
about
Yeah.
it. I mean, unless it's overly priced, I would say fucking get it.
$6.
Yeah, get it.
Thrifty.
It's great. Yeah.
I texted you the other day asking you about Barrier. You never got it, I guess.
I feel like I get half your texts,
Yeah.
Adam.
Because this stuff, I don't know if you ever had this Fair State.
No. What's going on with your text messages, Adam? Because you said to me that I don't respond to half of your texts, and I want to address this because I feel like you feel like I am dodging you. And
No,
I'm
I don't
not.
feel like that at all.
I don't respond
So-
to text because I just don't respond to text.
So I've got I got this Eventbrite thing for That's So Poe, which I responded to.
Oh, yeah.
And then the nipple tattoo,
Hold
which
on,
I
hold on, hold
responded
on.
to.
That's so Poe. We got to talk about that. I forgot all about that. Thank you so much. Hashtag That's So Poe, as in Poughkeepsie, as in Pough. That's a thing. What is it? That's hashtag That's So Poe, and it's like a celebration thing, or are they just somebody's trying to make That's So Fetch happen?
I think it's just a. It said it's a youth celebration.
Oh, why do they?
So it's probably like a teen night kind of
But
thing.
why do they got to do that? Why do they got to try and sound hip when they're
Maybe
obviously fucking not?
Yeah, it's almost like somebody trying to name their basement.
Oh yeah. I don't understand why no one understands that I didn't go through with it. Like I thought better of it 5 minutes
You shouldn't
later.
have told us about it. Is the thing. You should have said that was a bad idea. I'm glad I didn't bring it up with my friends.
You scumbag! You never got the text message that I never sent you.
Oh, you didn't send it.
Oh,
But I guarantee you, it still had.
what was
this, Barrier. Do you like Barrier Brewing?
it? Barrier
I've had their
Brewing?
stuff, but
I'll like it if you can say it.
Barrier Brewing.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I know.
Barrier.
Barrier.
I got a little throat thing going on here, so
Mm-hmm.
fuck up. You're
I'll
not getting
trade you
what
one of these
you're not-
fucking
no, I-
stupid waters for that.
Too much of that skull fucking really does damage to your throat. What'd you bring me? Ooh, what's that? Black Widow cider. Black Widow cider.
if you could say you could drink it, asshole. I like that he added in a lisp.
Yeah.
Ethel.
Asshole.
Well, Castilian Spanish.
So what's that now?
It's a black cherry cider.
Ooh, I like black
with,
cherry.
With snow still on the bottom.
That's
of it.
definitely one of my all-time top 12 tastes. It's black cherry.
Name the other 11. Ooh, there's snow on the bottom too. Fuck you.
All 11 spots
Yeah,
are
it's
cum. Different kinds of
the
cum.
different tastes. No, well, one is Robitussin.
Oh yeah, Robitussin and cum.
Yeah, one is Campari. And all the other liquor is to taste like Robitussin.
Lilith.
Robitussin itself.
Pim's cup.
Pim's, yes.
I'm gonna use my little taster glass. Ooh, it has a lovely color. So what is this? Original Sin Black Widow cider. I see what they did there.
It does have a nice color.
Oh, come now, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a little sweet.
It's
but
a
We
little
all know
sweet,
that
but
Ryan
it's
bases
super
all of his
drinkable.
opinions
Yeah.
on color.
Well, look at that. Yes.
It's color.
It's a beautiful
maybe shape
color.
of their eyes. You know.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Are we trying to get in trouble now?
No, I'm trying to get you in trouble.
Spilled it all over the
Everything's
floor.
fine.
What is that? I've seen that before. Mighty
Swell.
Swell. Was that a good one?
Yeah.
I haven't had the grapefruit one, but
It's fine.
it's all right.
Yeah, I just had one.
Is that the
yesterday.
one you keep trying to give me?
No,
you
no.
keep getting?
I had them at the party the other night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have them at that thing that we did at that
That
place?
thing that we did at that place?
That thing that we did at the
place
place.
at the time.
That's the
Yeah.
one. That's what I was
The
drinking.
thing was the dark side
Valentine's
fucking
Day
thing at the Valentine's Day thing at
Yeah.
the place, which is Dark Side
vintage
Records.
flea market.
Yeah.
where we were definitely not drinking.
No,
alcohol
we
that
weren't drinking
brought.
at all.
No.
Yeah,
Even
not at
though-
all.
Well, they were serving beer, so
They were, but we definitely didn't bring our own to drink.
Nor were you drinking or eating tons of waffles. You.
Yeah.
I only
not
had
you.
2 waffles.
Or enough one. Okay.
Yeah, and then I had Ryan drive me home because I just had a really good time and I didn't want to drive.
And you're a responsible adult.
Yeah, I didn't want to take away from the evening.
Yeah.
I want to sully the evening with drive home.
To be honest, I really was fine, but I was like, I pushed it to maybe
Just a little over.
0.08,
Yeah.
and I was like, I want to walk to work tomorrow, and this adds like a half mile, so that's fine. So I walked to Darkside, drove to work, drove home. It was good. My exercise program has just become I don't drive anymore.
Just leave your car places and
Yeah.
drink and then.
Yeah, well, usually I just leave it at home and then.
Anybody want to try?
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Can I have a something to put it in?
Your mouth?
Yeah, I mean I could drink the whole can if you'd like.
I have 4 more at home. I don't remember.
You have
Did
3
you
more
want one?
mouths at home?
Yes.
Did
Well,
you
yeah,
want-
the
did you-
dog, Kristen, and
Yeah,
Caden.
technically.
Oh, I thought you meant more of these. Did you want some of this too?
It does have.
Sure.
It does
Just
have
kind
that.
of shrug.
It does have that like cider baby puke smell. If you
Cider
notice it.
baby puke smell?
Yeah, smell it.
See, it's
Oh
weird.
my god, I fucking hate when you do that.
Did I ruin it for you?
Yeah. Because literally, I just had
Oh,
my.
it is a little like acidic.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a little sour.
They have that
acidic.
Yeah.
sour.
I
kind of-
literally
That
had
actually
my
tastes
son-
what I burped up a few minutes ago.
I was just gonna say I had my son burp in my mouth earlier,
Uh.
and just right after a fresh bottle of
Oh,
formula
but it's
too.
delicious though.
It's good.
Oh,
Right?
it's so good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like super sweet up front, but then dries right out. I like it. It's very good.
It tastes like
and
Smarties.
Original
mixed with
Sin is-
delicious alcohol.
you know what it tastes like to me? What is that? Cassis or whatever the hell?
What the hell you're talking about, you commie?
I was gonna say cassis is a very,
It's-
very, very licorice flavor.
No, it's not cassis. It's
I know what you're talking about.
It's a raspberry liqueur type
Chambord.
thing. Chambord. That's the one.
Yeah,
That's
it starts
the one.
with a C, close enough.
I don't get that at all.
It tastes like Chambord to me.
Because it's raspberry and this is cherry, so
Yeah. So obviously, duh. Catch up. Fuckface.
No, I know what Chambord tastes like. I just disagree with you completely.
if you add fucking pineapple to this, and it tastes just like a fucking French martini.
You know what? It tastes like Luden's cough drops,
That.
which is amazing. That's not
Yeah.
talking shit.
I
about
love
it.
Luden's
Yeah.
cough drops. Were awesome.
It tastes like Luden's
They weren't cough drops; they were just fucking candy
Yeah,
that
just
you could have
candy.
anytime.
This is very good.
You're just like, Mom, my throat hurts.
I do
Give
like
me
it.
37 Luden's cough drops.
My dad used to get the Fisherman's one. What a Fisherman's something?
Never had that.
Fisherman's throat. Fisherman's cough drops.
What am I writing down here? Is it going to be the fisherman's something or the fisherman's throat?
Fisherman's.
I actually saw I saw a tea at Stop and Shop was called Throat Coater.
Fisherman's cough drops. Fisherman's friend.
Fisherman's friend.
Lozenges. Have you ever had those?
Nope.
Yeah. How do I
Fisherman's
describe
friends, the throat
taste?
coater.
Have you ever eaten mud?
No.
Yeah, it tastes like mud with honey in it.
Mud honey.
That's what a fisherman's friend
honey.
tastes like.
That's how mud honey got its name.
There's got to be. Wait, where is it? Menthol, original fisherman's friend. I don't know. Anyway,
If I read in cursive, it makes a horrible noise.
Yes, it does.
why are you writing in cursive? When you have a stroke or something?
They don't even teach that anymore, I hear.
Do
I
they
didn't know how
teach
to
it?
do it.
I heard
They
they
do
don't.
they not teach it?
No.
They shouldn't. It's fucking dumb. It's fucking dumb.
It's like when I was in college. It was we were the last class to learn like drafting by
Yeah, I
hand,
don't-
like
I don't know how to do
drawing
that.
out houses by hand.
Oh.
Like, why can't we like be not the class? That's the last class. Just
Yeah. I wanted that in audio. I went to the audio school
Yeah.
I went to. They were teaching us how to cut tape, and they literally were saying, "You guys, I mean, you should know this because if you know this, you're
Audio
gonna
tape.
blow somebody's fucking mind. But you're not gonna really need to know this." And they taught us how to cut audio tape and like cut and splice instead of like just editing real quick. On the
I don't know why.
computer.
The only thing I think of when you hear like cutting tape is Fight Club when Tyler goes.
Yeah, splicing in
ding.
dicks. Same
splicing.
thing, just music.
Big-
Splicing in
no, no,
music.
no,
Splicing in
no,
musical
no,
dicks.
No, it wasn't a big fat cock.
No, that was it. Nice big cock.
Yeah. Like they're watching a movie and all of a sudden, everybody knows what they saw.
They don't
but
know
no-
what they saw.
At the very end of the movie, you get one. You get another one.
Mm-hmm.
You get the frontal. What was I saying?
I don't know. Something about cocks.
Cocks, dicks.
Saki.
Jesus Christ.
Saki. What?
No, you just like you always have a fucking full array, and I feel like it's not news. It just it just amazes me every time. Oh man, I lost my fucking train of thought. We were talking about dicks.
Stop the show. Bosch wants to talk about dicks.
I don't want to. That's the problem. It's like the opposite.
We should have
of
one
that.
to continue the show. Bosch is
I
done
don't
talking
have that
about
anymore.
dicks.
God damn it.
Stop
There
the
it
show. Bosch wants to talk about dicks.
I
have to
don't
redo-
though.
I
That's
Well,
have
that's
to-
the thing. That's
I
what I
have
was
to
like. I was
redo
gonna
my
say.
entire soundboard.
Continue the show. Bosch is done talking about dicks.
I've got a lot of good ones, but I'm
I
missing
wish
ones.
that would have been
we
great.
need to
just-
bookend my dick
no.
conversation.
The best was like he's like taking a sip out of his little fucking cup.
It's my taster.
It's your taster.
It keeps me. It
Well, you
keeps
gotta
me
add a
under
little
wraps.
You got a little to that. Your taster.
It's delish. Where are we here?
We're going way off the rails.
We're completely off the rails.
I'm sorry.
I think it's just what are you drinking for the rest of the show?
Pretty much.
It's what are you drinking?
All right, so you got to pick.
Fuck! I'm about to die.
So you got to pick. I think you got to pick two of those. Pick two real beers and one gluten-free thing.
Wait, is there more than one gluten-free thing there?
Just the one.
Just the one? I've had that before, so you don't have to pick that one.
What's the only one?
No, don't pick. It's fine.
He's fine.
I have my Jameson crested here. I have this. I have my light up glasses. I'm doing all right over here. I can't put them on. It's like hard to put them on my head while I have the headphones on. So
Do you have 3D glasses?
no, they just light
Well,
up.
they
Can
are
was
three-dimensional.
These are anti glasses.
No, they
They're
are
anti-glasses.
three-dimensional.
These are anti sunglasses. That's what they are.
So does
Don't
everything
got my
make
joke,
does it
that's
make
fine.
everything brighter?
No, it doesn't block light. It projects it. See? And I can also do this.
How does it project light from your eyes?
See that?
No, it's projecting light from the LEDs.
Yeah. You know what LED
I'm just
is?
making them. I'm just giving them a hard time. Have you seen
It means
color night vision?
Color night vision? What?
I saw it on this thing called 9gag.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. It's really cool on the
9gag. I would Google that before you just hit .com.
No. Look it up.
That
on
might
YouTube.
take you somewhere else.
They're out in the middle of a desert, looking at a town.
9gag.
It's an application. It's like the Chive, but not as racy.
I mean, it sounds racy.
It's not racy.
Oh. It sounds like 9gag. It just sounds
No,
like
it's
a
not.
throat fucking thing. Just waiting on you, Adam.
I'm looking it up. The one?
I don't know where we are here.
Hook me up here.
These actually kind of, like, when they turn these off, they look like your glasses a little bit, right?
Bosch, switch to the dealie.
Oh, God. What are we doing?
Beautiful.
Yeah, where is that?
That's the background for a fucking Apple computer, you idiot. Where is that?
It looks so serene.
It honestly looks like
Apple
3 seasons.
Yosemite.
It looks like 3 seasons in one. Did you ever see the movie? What the hell was that with the couples retreat?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Okay, I
Sorry.
don't know what we're looking at here, but
It looks like a normal day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the stores. What the fuck?
You see all the lights that are on?
Oh, so it's like a night vision dealie?
It's colored night vision.
It's color night vision, yeah. So it looks like it's daylight, but yeah, you see all the lights in the
Oh
back.
my God, look at that shit. How fucking weird. How's it doing that? How's it gonna do that shit? How's it do that?
Oh my God, how do you see the stars at night?
I thought there were no clouds at night.
There you go, right there.
This is a GIF. I don't think, or we're not, or GIF. I don't know
we're
how
just
you.
watching it over and over and again.
There's a video.
I'm going to
actually,
write
there's an
down I
actual
thought there were
video.
no clouds at night
Yeah.
just to shame you later.
You try to have some fun. People take you seriously.
It's not bad.
Can we name this episode "Asians Do Use Soap" to kind of off balance everything?
Wait, let me write down this.
Ay. So
Not
it's
to say that it's hard to take you seriously sometimes, but
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I usually give
Okay,
you a giggle
so-
if I'm not being.
So
real,
if you
but-
were going to make up a title like that, it would be, as it turns out, Asians do use soap.
And "do" is in big letters. Asians do use soap.
Big letters.
I don't
not
know why.
capital
Like
letters.
all of a sudden, I
I'll
had
write it down.
I gotta
but-
big them. Make sure you
Like-
big them.
when you laughed
the
at him
letters.
saying that, all I heard was the Seinfeld.
Well, that's why I have this now that I can just play it at will. I need to I wish I could do I gotta figure out a better way. Hold on.
Did I ever tell you what I think about when I hear that part of the intro, or even the whole one that Frank made up? The whole.
Oh yeah, the
It's-
one I
it's a
used for the
16-bit
Dead Radio.
Well, it's like a 16-bit game of you two guys.
Exactly.
Just like
I imagine
not
like
Street Fi-
Power Rangers, the video game on Sega Genesis.
some Sega,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
like Street or Double Dragon.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Double Dragon.
Double
for
Dragon
sure.
was a shit.
Mm-hmm. Or Streets of Rage.
Streets of
Streets
Rage.
of
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
That's
yeah.
one
I
Oh,
remember
Rage,
not that long ago.
We've talked about this, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, we have.
We might
when the PlayStation 3 network went down for like months,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just gave us a whole bunch of video
Streets
games.
of Rage.
and
4
I
games.
played. Yeah, you got 4 classic games, and
Mhm.
I played Streets of Rage and
the fucking
Streets
best.
of Rage 2,
Which
straight
was
through.
much better.
Yeah.
You got to
What is this?
you were skate and you were that big guy.
This is from Barrier.
Mm-hmm.
At Thrifty Beverage over on 55 right now. I'm not trying to make a plug or anything like that. They've been,
No, it's fine because you're telling us where we can get it.
yeah. A 4-pack of that is $5.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody
A 4-pack of
mislabeled.
this
insane.
is $5. A 4-pack of this was $6.
Somebody fucked up somewhere.
Well, look at the bottom.
Oh, so they're about to go off.
They're from November.
Yeah, a beer in a can
Yeah.
is going to last for months.
That's what I mean.
past
Yeah.
that date.
I mean,
Were they marked as such?
Yeah.
like you walk,
That
like
was
if you
literally
walk,
what we just said.
like you walk in to
I
the
didn't
right
really-
hand
no, I
side,
didn't
and
hear
then
him
all
say
you
that they
see
were
is
marked.
just fucking cases upon cases and upon cases of this stuff, and it's just
Maybe they're just liquidating.
could be.
Get it? Because beer is liquid. Crushable.
Jesus.
You got me good.
Bosch puts
yeah,
the dick
that
in
was right
ridiculous.
between the eyes.
Sorry, Bosch.
For those that are listening to the download, I just threw a piece of chalk at Ryan's face and hit him exactly where I wanted to because I'm good at throwing things at Ryan's face.
And Adam, when you watch this during the download, you saw that.
What?
I'm seeing if
No, I'm
it-
not
it
talking about
showed
you. I'm
up
talking
on the
about me.
front. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I'm watching the lag on.
You're watching
It doesn't
yourself
see
hit the
it doesn't see
Ah.
me get hit, but it does have you throwing it at me.
Well, I was probably, I would say if I was dead center, I was a quarter-inch off.
It was
hit you
here.
right in the eyebrow.
It was here.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It was a
Right in
good
your-
shot. It was a
It was
perfect
right
shot.
in your eyebrow.
But I also flinched, or that I did that deer jump thing. That
Yeah.
they do. What do they call
Jumping the string.
it? Jumping the string. I jumped the. I jumped the chalk. Oh boy, we got a lot of titles.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't have much, and you kind of came in at toward the end.
I know. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going
Yeah.
to. But
You went to Wing Night. Where was Wing Night?
up at Darby's.
Darby's.
Oh,
Darby
they're
O'Gill's.
open?
Oh yeah, that's right.
They were open 2 days after that happened.
Yeah, that's super weird.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah,
Because
I
of
do.
nepotism and bribes?
No.
Sure.
Because they couldn't actually. I guess I was told this by an unnamed source who happened to be a bouncer there who wasn't working that night. He said,
Oh, that narrows it down. Actually,
Yeah,
I know
'cause
exactly
4 of
who
them
that
got
is.
arrested.
That's Pete.
"No,
Yeah, it is.
no, it isn't."
It
That's
was
Pete.
Bob?
And Pete's he's
It
the
was
one with
Bill,
he's the one with the limp and he's got long hair and like a goatee,
The one I was
like a
talking
mustache.
to. You mean?
Yeah.
No.
He calls you amigo a lot.
No, this is definitely not him.
Oh.
Way.
All right.
fucking
You know who I'm
up.
talking about, right? It's
No.
not Pete. It's not
You know,
Pete.
I've
What
been
the fuck?
making
how often
all of
you-
this
he-
up.
he
The
goes
fuck's his name?
I've just been like,
Roger,
oh, you mean the guy with the fucking
No,
the-
he's got
the
no.
removable
He's got a
teeth and-
limp. He's like got the scruff and long hair. It's like salt and pepper. He's got a limp.
He's
Big
got
as
a limp.
shit.
Got a limp. He's a really good security guy, but he's got a limp.
Okay. I'm starting to get confused as to whether or not this is real.
Anyway, but he said 2 days afterwards it's
God, what the
because
fuck's
they
his name?
couldn't. Even was it the sheriffs that did it? The sheriffs who did this thing or whatever it was couldn't even pick up on everyone's fake IDs. I guess it was. There was no way for them to prosecute all of that.
Yeah.
And I
Because
guess
it would
that-
cost a lot of fucking money.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like even their scanners or whatever it was
Yeah.
weren't even picking up on everybody's fake IDs. So it's like, how could if they couldn't do it? How could, you know?
Yeah.
Is it Walt? It's Wade. Wade is his name. Pete.
Pete Wade?
No,
Wade,
his,
Pete Wade.
his name is Wade.
Wade Wilson.
He's Wade. He works
It's
at Darby's.
Deadpool. It's Deadpool.
No. It's Wade. Something with a G is his last name. I can't remember exactly.
Did you ever notice that?
You know you don't know what I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
I feel like you're
He's
trying
tall.
to.
He's got long hair.
I feel like you're trying to fuck with us, and I don't believe you at all.
All right, never mind. He's the only fucking bouncer I've seen with a limp. Anyway, doesn't
Well, in
matter.
any case, I don't believe
How was it?
any of that.
Really good wings.
Mm-hmm.
Irish nachos are fucking awesome.
Yep. And their
Waffle fries,
their carding system is even
cheese.
better.
Yeah.
Waffle fries,
Yeah,
cheese,
you don't
bacon,
need one.
chives.
Waffle fries, bacon, what?
Waffle fries, bacon, cheddar cheese, and fries. Or and chives.
What's the wing night exactly like? 10 cents?
10 cents a wing. You have to
Oh,
order.
fucking
Or no,
heck.
sorry, 50 cents a wing.
50-cent wing.
But you have to order 50, or you have to order 10 at least. Then you can order whatever you want after that. And they
Still
have app
pretty
special.
good.
They have app specials from 4 to 7, I think. It's $5 app specials for like 6 different apps. Like boneless wings, they'll have like there's like 10 for $5 or something like that. So.
I got wings the other night. We ordered gluten-free pizzas, and I got wings with mine. And the girl on the other end was like 6 or 12, and I went 12. Come on.
Yeah.
I ate 5 of those, and I was like, "Bruh, no more. Like my liver actually went, hey, like knocked on the fucking ceiling. Yeah,
It's like, we don't have a gallbladder anymore.
like, what are you?
Stop it.
What are you doing? You're ready to eat pizza too.
Yeah,
you fucking
old
moron.
gallbladder McGillicuddy is gone. Can't handle this shit.
Anyway,
Yeah, I can still.
So it wasn't
I could
weed.
still eat like 30 wings, but I can't eat 30 wings with drums. Like they gotta just be like the wings.
The
I
wings.
mean, like you need 2 hands.
No, I do the one.
Hmm?
I can do one hand. Just, yeah.
So I'm thinking like,
I mean, if they're really good, you just like yank the bone right out. But that's so rare. So rare.
What are you doing? Like you're like
I'm
feel like
just-
you're like
squirmy. I was
doing
trying
like
to
a
figure out how you
mock
play
J.O.
the.
over there. So I'm like,
Yeah, it's
if
Michael
I
J.
wasn't
Fox
done-
over there.
Yeah.
Fucking calm down. Stop moving. Just stop
Either
moving.
that or
for
fucking
like 2
Stevie
minutes.
Wonder over there. Like, I just really like being on the pocket.
I don't know what else to talk about. Is really what I'm doing. I'm just anxious because I'm not really sure what's going on.
All right. Well,
And if-
we've apologized. We have apologized for your racism.
I'll try and keep it in check. I mean, I can't. Well, I can't say I'll try. I'll try to try,
Yeah.
and we'll just leave it at that, right?
Can you just like
How racist are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Because if you say 1, it's at least a little racist.
what a 3?
Oh,
Jesus, that was a bit of an honest answer. I don't like that.
That's a lot racist. If
No, it's not.
1 is
An
Never.
8,
a
an
little
8 is a
racist.
lot racist.
No, if it was like scale from 1 to 10, 1 being not racist at all, 10 being very racist.
You got to use
Then
Pizza.
a
You ask
3.
me.
But you also have to use the Pizza King's way, because there's subtle differences.
So he's like a 1.3.
Yeah, I would say you're more like a no. If you said you're a 3, so it's not probably not a 3. It's probably more like a 2.7. You know what I mean? Because like like 9 is like
KKK status.
yeah, and like 10 is like Hitler. Like, you gotta be like super racist to have a 10.
Pol Pot.
I mean, it was
I think Pol Pot just wanted to kill everybody. I don't know if it was
That's true.
racist.
Yeah.
oh
I think it was just
because
like,
they're Asians. It's not
economically
racist.
motivated.
Thanos. He's the Thanos of the time of the he was.
Yeah, he was just like, I'll kill people
Yeah.
so I don't have to feed
That's
them.
true.
I mean,
I don't think it. I don't think I'm taking an economic, not economic.
no.
Wow.
I don't think I'm taking a moral stance.
Moral,
By saying
social
Pol
moral
Pot
stance. Yeah.
Was
He had a few good ideas.
was or was not racist. No, I think he
That's
was
not
just
what
like,
you're saying.
we have too many people in my country that I own,
Yeah.
so I need to kill half of them.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost his mind. Handsome fella, though.
I had something that I was going to say that I was working out, and I'm so glad that it took a second.
Sorry.
Because, yeah, Ryan can be quoted now as saying, Pol Pot, yeah, I mean, whatever, but yeah. Handsome fella, though.
He led the Khmer Rouge group. They all have, like, fucking... All these psychopaths need to start a fucking... They need to start clubs. Have you noticed that, too?
Well, he's
I
not a
think they
psychopath.
do.
He's a sociopath.
That's usually what happens when these psychopaths start. It starts out as a club and then it turns into the Nazi party or like
Was it the brown shirts or something like that? Hitler's brown shirt?
No, that's just UPS, dummy.
Yeah, no. Hitler had like a... Hold on a second.
Yes,
brown
it's
shirts,
racist,
Hitler.
we know.
Well, did you know that in Germany?
Ah, this is like here is the Sturmab. I can't say this word. Sturmab.
You're supposed to be good at German.
It's a weird word. STURMABT.
Oh, I don't know how to do it, but you're the Bosch.
Sturmabeitel.
All right, I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back for titles.
Bitlung Teilung. Sturmateilung. Sturmabteilung.
Did you know that in Germany, UPS drivers wore green?
Yeah, because of that.
Because of that.
I didn't know you knew that.
SS was it?
Yeah,
SS
it was
or the Nazi part.
It means storm detachment. It was the Nazi Party's original paramilitary group. Primary purposes were providing protection for Nazis and rallies. Hold on one sec. Let me see here. Fighting against paramilitary units of the opposing parties, the Red Front Fighters League, and the SA were also called the Brown Shirts, from the color of their uniform shirts, similar to Benito Mussolini's black shirts. So
what were the Japanese
so UPS is racist. We know that from the black shirt thing. Their brown shirt thing.
You know how long ago UPS was started, right?
No.
110 years ago, so it was long before.
Wow, so they stole it from you guys?
Yeah.
Oh my God. They were like, man, those guys look spiffy. Let's start a paramilitary group that looks like they do.
Actually, when I was training to become a driver, the guy goes, he said, the first color of UPS, it was before, I think it was before UPS was actually started, because UPS was started up in Seattle by a guy named Jim Casey. Started out in red uniforms. Then they went to yellow uniforms.
Oof.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being yellow, Adam?
Can you imagine being red and yellow?
Red. Oh, so they went red and then red and yellow?
No, red then yellow.
Red then yellow.
Who's red and yellow now?
Red and yellow. Red, yellow. I don't know.
DHL.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who owns DHL?
Who owns DHL?
The German Postal Service.
Oh.
German Postal Service bought Airborne Express so they could get into the United States. Then they undercut the price of everything, and that's why DHL was so abundant, and then all of a sudden DHL was kind of like no longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because they cut their prices so bad. Remember in...
they did the Michael Scott thing.
Exactly, yes.
Michael Scott everybody knows. Yeah, they did the Michael Scott Paper Company where they undercut everybody, but they couldn't survive.
Right.
But did they sell just like... Did they do what Michael Scott did? And
Pretty much.
basically fuck them out of money that they didn't have to worry about?
Nope. Basically, we're talking about how UPS started off in red uniforms, then yellow, and I said, "Who's red and yellow now?" I was like, I was like DHL,
McDonald's
too. Yeah, $15 an hour.
I mean, I can weigh in on The Office, but not so much that.
Yeah. Well, I was saying here.
I said that's why DHL came in, bought out Airborne Express. DHL is owned by the German Postal Service or some German company, but came in, tried to undercut everyone: FedEx, UPS, Postal Service, and
I remember.
I asked
DHL,
the German postals.
You can remember Airborne Express?
No, but I remember DHL.
Yeah. So they kind of undercut everyone so bad that they just pretty much Michael Scott Paper Company'd their company in the United States. They were too cheap.
Operate at a loss until somebody will buy you out.
They didn't even buy it out. They just kind of said, "We're done in the United States. We'll do international only." So by the time of their company's end, I was delivering in Hopewell at the time. Guy at IBM, I had a 6 o'clock pickup at IBM. The guy who was in Hopewell, I was like, "Oh, what do you got left?" He's like, "I got 3 deliveries left here in Hopewell, 2 in Fishkill. I got a pickup in Newburgh, and then drop my stuff off in Newburgh and drive back to my building in Jersey." And I was like, "Where in New Jersey?" He goes, "South Jersey." I was like, "So you have at least 2 hours of delivering pickups left, then you got to go back to your building in South Jersey. So you have 6 hours left. It's fucking 6 o'clock right now." I was like, No wonder your company's doing so well.
Wow.
Anybody wondering, the German postal service is called the Rhein, the Reinheitsgestabszucker. The
Sounds about right.
The Reinheitsgestabszucker. Yeah, that's it. That's how you spell it. RH. I'm not even going.
Rhinebeck Postal Service.
All right, so yeah, that's the show for this week. It's been a doozy. I'm not sure what we accomplished, how we accomplished it, but we're here. We're at 2 hours. I don't know how that happened.
You've did it.
We've did it.
We've did it.
Thank
We
you for
did it
coming on
together.
for the few
Did
minutes.
we do titles while I was
We
gone,
haven't done
or-
titles. Let's do
All right.
titles.
All right.
You're the guy who does titles. Let's do titles.
Fine.
Tittles.
Tiddliest.
Famous.
What was that from?
titties.
Tiddliest.
Titliest.
Titleist.
Titleist.
I've been saying this for 20 years.
That's got to
but,
be the
yeah,
SNL skit.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
No.
just see Titleist fucking
Titleist.
as the golfing brand as
Titleist.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it Titliest from him?
Yeah, I mean,
From who?
I'm sure
From
I'm not.
Beavis?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I
I was wondering if you're going on the golf
I
course
definitely
and stealing golf
don't
balls.
think I invented it, but I see Titleist, the brand, as Titliest.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sorry.
we've got this whiskey tastes like vomit.
This whiskey tastes like vomit. Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds like a song. This whiskey tastes like
Oh,
vomit.
this whiskey tastes like vomit. Yeah,
yeah.
that's like a Dolly Parton kind of duet. That's a duet with Dolly, for sure.
All right, you do the low part. I'll do
Conway.
the high part.
This whiskey tastes like vomit. No.
That was terrible, but I mean,
Our
I
timing's
think, I think
off.
that, yeah, you guys could make it work.
Yeah, we need to rehearse a little bit. That's
Yeah.
all.
Ooh. Creatorfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we'll
guys
do it
like
then.
Do a
Have,
duet.
yeah.
Have
Monty
like a
do it with
karaoke session.
Who?
Monty.
Monty. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'll have Monty come up from Brooklyn,
Yeah.
so that her and I can do an on the spot, impromptu, which is what on the spot means.
Mm-hmm.
Song that I'm going to make up the lyrics for. On the spot.
Can
as
we
well.
do that at the end?
Okay.
I mean, like keep the day like normal and not weird.
Yeah. All right. So you don't want me to do it like 2?
I mean, you can either
During
do it at,
prime
you can either
business
do it,
hour.
You can do it at 11 or at 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Before or after?
not. All right.
So the next one
anyway.
is not hooker clothing.
not hooker clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Nippular Compustulation.
I do like that one. I think that was the front runner until recently.
Yeah. And then I have hashtag that's so po.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Fisherman something.
You can't read your cursive, can you? You
no.
fucking dipshit. You made your
mud,
bed.
Mud with honey in it.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought there were clouds at night.
I thought there weren't clouds at
I thought
night.
there weren't clouds
were
at
no
night.
clouds
Were
at
no
night.
clouds at night. Yeah.
And then, as it turns out, Asians do use soap.
Colon the redemption.
Yeah.
And I jumped the chalk. I don't remember that one.
Jump the gun.
No,
jump,
the line or the
Jump the
deer thing.
jump the string.
The string.
Jump the string.
Jump the
And then
chalk.
somebody said something about chalk.
Yeah. I said I jumped the chalk
Yeah,
because
there you
I'm still not really sure. Oh, when you threw the chalk at me, I
Yeah.
flinched.
Yeah.
You might have
That
hit me
was it.
directly in the center of the head, which hit me in the side of the head because I jumped the
Because you
chalk.
saw me throw it.
Yeah. But jump the chalk could be like jump the broom. You know what I mean? That could be construed as racist. Yeah, except the one before that, as it turns out, Asians do use soap, is like kind of our like redemption song. You know, that like we come back from the brink.
Well, it's not. I mean, it was going to be my top choice until you were like, that's
Yeah.
like our redemption song.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's God damn it. What's it? I can't even figure it out.
I don't know how much I want to double down on this.
Okay. I mean, that's got my
But
vote.
I also feel like I'd be backing down if I didn't choose it now because of you.
I was gonna say,
put
that's
it
like,
down
that's
there. I put it down there so that we could have a joke, to be a callback to the controversy.
That's like Limp Bizkit trying to come back with a new song and trying to like bring themselves back right now.
No, it's. You want to know what it is?
Did it all for the Flookie.
It's
did it all for the Wookiee.
Let's do.
I'm
No.
such an asshole. Why didn't I go with that?
Here's what it is. It's let's do the twist and then let's twist again.
Oh, like we did last summer?
Yeah, I feel like we're capitalizing on last week.
Like we did
and the
last year.
controversy. It's a tough call.
It is.
Because my instinct
What's
goes
this-
with
what's
my
this-
my instinct is to double down and say, as it turns out, Asians do use soap.
I mean, that's my vote.
But it got us into a little bit of trouble, so
I'm trying. Like, this is gonna dig us out.
it's
This
not.
is gonna.
It might solidify.
This is gonna help.
You know what it is? Here's what it's going to be. When you look at your episodes, it's going to be like top to bottom. As it turns out, Asians do use soap. Next one, or the next one down, Asians don't use soap.
It is gonna look like we spent a lot of time on Asians.
I mean, I don't. Let's forget about last week. Let's
All right, yeah.
Let's table
Live it-
this for now,
As
and let's pick the top one, and let's decide if that one is funnier than this one. Because
Garth,
this one is
as Garth would say, live in the now.
This one is only funny because of last week, and only funny because of the controversy that we got for
Yes.
Asians don't use soap.
Okay.
And it could also
So
get people to listen to.
So let's table that one.
Yeah. So
that one gets a red
let's-
flag.
Let's table it. And we'll
Tabled.
go back through.
Table the
and
Asians.
we will see if anyone
Do you have red chalk?
is funnier.
Oh yeah. We have orange chalk. We have yellow
Well, I
chalk.
only use white chalk usually. But
No, I meant to
mean,
highlight
Here,
red.
use
red.
use the yellow
I
chalk.
want to use yellow chalk. All right, that makes sense.
Wow, no, it doesn't for Asians. Jesus Christ.
You guys are terrible. I have no idea. You're disgusting racists, the two of you.
That's why I said I'm a 3.
All right, let's go back through.
Would you be more comfortable with the orange one?
No, I kind of want a blue one or a green one
All right,
now.
here's a green one.
I get a green
My
one.
best friend is half Chinese, so.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Oh my God, this is so.
That would make it. That would be the best thing
deteriorating.
ever if I'd be like, hey, Rich, by the way, I called you out in the
You
title.
diffused a horribly racist situation by being friends with me.
Yeah.
All right.
That wasn't
so we
even.
have,
I
we
wasn't
have,
even involved.
I dropped the blue chalk. Give me a new one.
All right, here you go.
The yellow one's right next to you.
Down. That's a yellow one.
Yarrow.
Oh
now I
no!
feel like I can't have
oh
the
my
yellow one.
God!
All
That's
right.
crossing the line.
This whiskey tastes like vomit.
Mm,
Not hooker clothes.
I kind of like that one.
All right, so that's a
No.
possibility.
Yeah.
Nippular Compustulation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my vote.
Yeah.
Hashtag that's so po.
Honestly, I want before. See, the other problem is hashtag That's So Po is about like a children's community, like Poughkeepsie children's
youth.
community thing, youth thing.
So
So
they
it's
get
like it is like they are trying to do something good for the community. So I don't want to shit on them.
you.
them with this show.
Yeah, I mean, well, we are in a way.
If
But
we're gonna
if-
do that hashtag,
If we
yo,
hashtag it, like actually do, I don't think we should do that.
No, I think that's gonna
well,
get us
definitely,
in trouble
definitely
too.
don't include the Asian thing. Then.
All right, so fisherman something. Mud with honey in it, in cursive. And I thought there were no clouds at night.
And
As
jump
it
the chalk.
turns out, Asians do use soap. And I jumped the chalk.
Come on! Wow.
If I had
I
to
mean-
choose one that
Okay,
wasn't,
If you had to choose one if any one of us had to choose one that was just to make the people in this room laugh, it would be that one.
Okay. But
and
if
that
I
was
did,
why we chose it
If it
last
didn't
week,
have to leave this.
because it was so ridiculous
Yeah.
and so faux pas. And I'm not trying to be PC, but we picked that because it was terrible.
it was ridiculous. Yeah, out of context, it was ridiculous, and out of context, that's that's ridiculous too.
It seems like we're doubling down.
Yeah. I hear you.
So let's
If
go
without
yes,
that-
Let's
puts the
agree
dick in
on this
ridiculous.
show, on the episode of the show that no one is listening to, that is the funniest because
Right.
of how inappropriate it is and how ridiculous it is and how much we are doubling down.
It's the unofficial
yeah.
title of episode 202.
And don't
Or
we
the
shouldn't
secret
we
title.
shouldn't hashtag it. Just like if you've listened to this entire episode and you've checked out this, you understand that it was definitely a joke, and we definitely picked it because it was so fucking
The
offensive.
reason why all this is being said today is because it's so ridiculous, and why
And
would any
horribly
any
offensive.
decent human being think that way?
Do we
it
go,
just-
just go through the? Okay, good for
We
us.
Yeah.
Good for us. We've did it.
Why any decent
Okay.
human being actually think that way? If there's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
Not so the
I have to disclose that I don't
Jesus
know
Christ.
if Asians use soap, but I would imagine they do.
They
See,
do.
we were gonna get away with it.
But I mean, they do. I'm sure they do.
We keep saying they, and that makes it worse. I feel like that makes it worse.
It can't be they. They could be people over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you too.
And by they, I mean the Sasquatch.
So yes, it was
The proud and noble
It was
Sasquatch.
horrible. It was horrible, but it was all in good fun. And I
I'm not
apologize. I apologize to anyone who's offended. But if you're that easily offended, you shouldn't listen to the show.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I was just about to go on.
Not
I'm
the
like,
show. Just scroll through the titles, and if
knowing-
you see,
knowing you two, this isn't. You're not the type. You're not the two to go out there and say, "Hey, we're gonna stereotype tonight. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do." It's like no.
No, we just
you're very
stereotype in
You're
Ryan's
very
house
open
at
to a lot of
58,
stuff.
right?
just, holy shit!
Over here at address.
Oh,
No, that's not- that's-
Habita.
Good.
But no, that's not who you guys
Just-
are whatsoever at all. Like coming from
Oh
from
my
a,
God!
from a
We're,
list-
like it's starting to sound like this is a real thing.
It's not.
It's
It's
not
not
a
a
real
real
thing.
thing at all. But
well, that like I don't know.
but
I didn't
at
know if
least
it was
this
or
is
not.
all
But
on
it's
the
just like,
record for when it
yeah.
becomes a real thing.
but it's not. It's not
yeah.
who you are. I know it's not who you. I know I'm not just defending you as like I like coming on here and I enjoy who you guys are.
Dude, if we
Yeah,
had somebody
probably.
come on this show and make fun of me for being a fat white guy, I could not defend myself at all. I'm like a white dude who has a bunch of guns. I'm missing a tooth right now. That would be a really great fucking way to make fun of me. I get that. It's just yeah, everything's fine. Just everyone just calm your tits. Everything's fine. Yeah.
They are calm.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Your
tips.
look very calm.
Tips, not tits, not tips.
Tips.
I'm going with
So-
nippular
Yeah.
corpustulation.
Nippular Compustulation.
That's my. That's
it's
out
a
of.
medical term that we have come up with on this show, and it's when you have pus filling your man nipple.
Yeah, and it needs to just be squeezed out,
Yeah.
or a hot compress, which would also be like if
Yeah.
just somebody like a mouth on it going.
I don't know if it was just the way you looked at me when you said you're like, or a hot compress. It was just
Yeah.
like
I was looking at you.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like,
just like,
maybe you can suckle my nipple for a while and
My-
get some of this juice out of it.
I don't know. Kristen's always
All
saying
right,
how warm
so
my hands
We're
are.
going with.
All right, so just squeeze my breast for a while.
There we go. I do
So
cuddle
we're
very
going
well.
with
Nippular corpustulation as the official title. The unofficial title,
not
being-
hooker clothes.
hashtag.
And you should hashtag that so po too.
I mean,
I
we
don't
are
care.
very po.
Yeah.
You are.
Um,
You're more po than that, so po.
The unofficial title is, as it turns out, Asians do use soap, which is unfortunate that everybody's so uncomfortable.
How many people?
People could take that
There's
so out of
literally, like,
context.
no
no,
one.
because you said As it turns out, Asians do use soap, which is so unfortunate. I mean, no, they probably do. I mean, we all agree on that, right?
I mean,
Stop making this a fucking thing.
Some of us do.
All right. I want journalists to do their due diligence and listen to this entire episode.
If you want that, you're going to have to go back a few hundred years.
I cannot wait until someone in this room is running for president.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. I figure you have the best chance.
And why?
Because you're just on the show.
Because you don't
we
like
actually have
Asians?
the show. Yeah.
That's why.
I feel like I could throw you under the bus and just use that as my platform. Just be like, I used to be a shock jock radio.
And I've turned the corner.
I used to be a basement shock jock radio.
You'd have to go full fucking mega church Christian and go Republican, I think, to make that work.
Probably. I wouldn't do that.
Reverend Adam Patane here.
Yeah. The Rev.
The Rev Adam Patane. I shaved my beard for this, so listen to me.
It's not going to happen.
I know it won't. It better not.
All right, kids. This concludes our broadcast day. It's been
possibly our last episode
Possibly
ever.
This concludes our broadcast ever.
Due to public opinion.
Next week, the Poughkeepsie Grind. We're gonna have a
Finally, we can talk about skateboards again.
No.
Oh no, that's
They were talking about that's coffee, you fucking dick.
I'm thinking of Skate 4-5. God damn it! I'll still talk about.
So we got to figure out how to make a bunch of coffee down here, and we're gonna get fucking lit up, and not in the alcohol sense, in the caffeine sense.
Well, I'm gonna get lit up in the
I'm gonna drink a fucking load of caffeine.
No, we can't do lattes down here.
No,
I was thinking of Skate 4-5, which is the local
following
skate
week,
shop
I
in
think.
Bruno.
No. This is
the
Poughkeepsie
following
Grind, the local coffee house, and
So
we're gonna
they
have a
their-
straight
they have
up
their, but also,
knife fight with them.
But they also have
in
their
my basement.
own New York-based roaster brand called Illuminated Coffee.
Yes, which we are currently on the last leg of at the Crafted Cup at 44
So
Raymond
hopefully we
Avenue in
can,
Poughkeepsie.
Stretch that out another week.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice. Yeah. No, probably
It's not looking good.
It's so good, though.
We'll see.
It smells like peanut butter.
I know, yeah. I think it tastes like peanut butter. When I dump it out, it smells like carrot soup.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it smells like peanut butter when I smell it as a coffee.
Yeah. When I'm like,
and then when I drink it, it tastes like hazelnuts, but not hazelnut flavor.
yeah.
Is that weird?
I don't know. Well, we're going to talk about coffee at great length next week. If you're interested, great. We might actually fight them.
Yeah, I mean,
and
they're a
take over their
competitor.
coffee business. I don't know if anybody knows,
Punch
but
them in the face.
I just
the
want
way that
all
you
I-
take over someone's business in the coffee business is you kill the owner of that coffee business, and then it becomes
Yeah, you
yours.
killed them in the face.
Much
and
like
it's
you
over.
know martial arts in.
I want to
like,
see
you know.
some lock, stock, and two smoking barrels action here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yeah, I do.
You know what I'm talking
Harry
about?
the Harry the Hatchet.
Yep.
Beating some guy to death with a dildo.
A big
Sure.
black. No, it was a big,
Big black rubber cock.
I mean,
And it
Right
just
there.
so happened to have
You
one.
have one. And the first thing he grabbed was
I mean, it's a marginally sized black rubber cock.
Oh, this thing in the movie was
I think it was
fucking-
slightly
it was
above
like the size of
average.
that guitar neck over there.
Oh yeah, that thing was fucking big. It was like that bottle, or that guitar neck,
A guitar neck.
or that can, or that meat horn,
Do you have any other?
or this microphone.
Okay. Can we go?